Guys, we're officially in the dead of the offseason. Free agency is basically over. Summer League's about to be over. There's basically nothing interesting going on. So, I figured today's the day we're going to start with our position rankings for the year. We're going to make the thing we do every summer. We're going to do point guards through centers, do our top 30 in the league. The title says every point guard, as if we're doing like all the starters. I lied. It's a top 30. I just wanted to make you click the video.
We love lying over here, boy.
Professional cappers.
But yeah, man, we're going to give you guys our top 30 point guards in the league going to next year. We're going to do a brief summer league recap, talk about the in-season tournament, which I know Donovan's a big fan of, and then do a bunch of TikToks for y'all. It's going to be a good episode.
No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Listen, there's nothing going on. We're going to hit these lists. These lists are going to be made. All right.
Y'all are getting ranked to death. I'm ranking everything in this bitch.
100%.
And while we're ranking these, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe.
Yep,
go ahead, 5-star review across all podcast platforms, and let's get to this.
Yep, check out the merch. Check out the merch in the description. Y'all see this? Nice embroidered hoodie for you guys. We got blue, we got green, we got black, we got all of it. Let's start with the Summer League. And obviously when I say that, we have to start with Victor Wembanyama, since that was a big storyline, obviously. How could it not be? First game he came out, had not a good game. I don't know how you describe it.
It was a stinker, at least offensively.
Yeah.
Listen, he was still good. He had like 5 blocks, so it's like, okay, the defense is going to be fine. He couldn't buy a bucket, then came out. Well, listen, first off, everybody thought that like the world was over. Everybody thought that like after one bad game in Summer League, like, oh yeah, we got him figured out. Like he's a fraud. Like relax.
They're calling him Booty Gobert.
I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
Booty Gobert.
That's crazy.
I've never heard that. That is a top tier
You were
NBA
calling
basketball
him that.
insult.
Nobody else did that. That's an Isaac special.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Lots of overreactions, like you said. Just for him to come out in the second game and fucking dominate and look like the number 1 pick that he's supposed to be. It was quite the roller coaster of NBA narratives.
Oh
I love it, dude. I love it. I think during his first game, he put up like what? I think he shot up like he was like 2 for 13 or 2 for 15, something crazy like that.
Yeah,
it was pretty much a stinker. And people have their people. I don't know why, but a lot of people, casuals probably, are overly attached to Summer League and how good or bad whatever prospect is playing is. Like, I remember a couple Summer Leagues ago, like 5 years ago at this point, Trae Young had one of the worst Summer League performances I've seen in my life. He literally played like Julian Newman, averaged like 12 points, shot like 33% from the field. It was ridiculous. But that ain't mean nothing, like anything whatsoever. And in that same Summer League, Kevin Knox looks like a Giannis mixed with Kevin Durant breed. Donovan, those are some of the best times as a Knicks fan.
No,
I'm lying. I'm not.
Listen, I was ready to raise a banner for how good Kevin Knox was playing. He was hooping.
Yeah, man. Look at this tweet Nikhil just pulled up. Wemby on the Summer League debut. I didn't really know what I was doing on the court, but I'm trying to learn.
Trust me.
Oh my God.
We could tell.
I cannot believe we could tell.
That. I like it though, because if we talk about why he played like crap, it's not surprising, right? His season just ended a few weeks ago. His EuroLeague season the calendar was a lot different than NBA year. So he just finished playing, then went on a month-long media tour with the draft, and then so during that month-long media tour, he's not playing, he's not on the court. So of course he didn't come into that first Summer League game rusty. Plus I'm sure he had the yips because it was the first sold-out Summer League game ever. So there's got to be crazy nerves
so
there.
Crazy.
Literally the first one ever in the history of the Summer League. Isn't that nuts?
We should have been there.
That didn't happen with Zion?
No, this is the first one to ever sell out that big ass arena.
Wow.
That's so sick.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that shocking he had a poor first game, you know, and the fact that he bounced back the second game was even less shocking. But
Yeah.
it's all. What also isn't shocking is the fact that a lot of idiots had to get their take off. That I told you he was a fraud. I told you he wasn't better than LeBron. All this crazy shit.
Yeah, I told you he wasn't the best prospect ever and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that I think he is, but like, bro, Wemby is him. Simple as that. And even through his bad game, everyone saw a lot of flashes. And through those flashes, people just love to hate, bro. I get it. I understand. But I'm not to the degree of hater that a lot of you guys listening and watching this podcast are. People were raving about this. I think it was he was driving down the lane after it was a fast break play. And he did a dribble move, open court. He had a teammate to the left of him. And he attempted some fancy pass. For someone that big and that like tall, it's gonna be fancy. and that was highlighted, clipped everywhere because it was just a beautiful pass, beautiful vision. It was slick and no look too, and
Wrap
someone
around.
was like, "Oh, I seen Boban go or Bobo do that like 80 times," and it was just like straight up cap.
Yeah, no, you haven't. Like, shut up. No, you haven't. Not true. But yeah, it was definitely, it was funny because you had, during the game, you had Doris Burke losing her mind at everything he did. He hits a simple move and she was, oh my God. But, so some people were annoyed by that. But then you have stuff like that, like you said. You have times where he blocked, what was his name? Kai something? The guy who went to UT?
Kai Jones.
He blocked Kai Jones standing up. He didn't even jump. He just put his hands up and blocked his ass. Like, you saw those crazy flashes of just like raw skills with that size that you're like, this is what I want to see in the summer league from this guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me if y'all feel this way. I don't want this to sound like mean or dehumanizing, but it probably will. But like,
Oh my God.
like I don't see Wemby as like a person. Like, it's very hard to see him as a person. It's just like I don't. It's still hard for me to process that a dude is this tall, right? This tall, this fast. Like, he doesn't feel real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I 100%
Terrible
could
choice
have
of
worded
words.
that better, but like, he
Worst
doesn't
choice
feel
of
real.
words. Yeah, you're right. He feels abnormal for an
bad.
NBA court.
I'm
Not a
wilding.
person
I was
is
wilding.
crazy.
Listen,
You could have
we'll
just
throw
said
the
a
flag.
2K
We'll throw the
creative
flag on
player,
that one.
but
We'll throw the flag on that one.
Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
just
man.
doesn't.
You're right,
he
though.
just seems like a thing right now. I don't know how to like categorize it. You know,
A thing.
I tell you what it is.
please.
All
'cause
Wemby
I'm
feels
not
like is a
words
2K
here.
created player. Like, he's max length, max speed, zero weight, tons of handles. He's exactly what a lot of people used to spam and I believe it was like 2K15.
Yep.
You know, that's when the term demigod was firstly introduced, and then we've seen like different versions of that with Thon Maker and Bobo and whoever else you want to throw in that category. But this is quite literally like the best version of that since we've quote unquote gone since, I guess you could say, Kevin Durant. So
Yeah, and there was like this play that Nikhil's showing right now. There's a lot of signs like this where his handle is just like crazy, but he doesn't quite finish the bucket. So you see those signs, but it's not quite all put together yet. And I think obviously it's summer league, don't want to take away too much, but I think this is a good representation of what his rookie year is going to be like. Where you see all the flashes, but he's not quite the scorer yet that people might think he's going to be just because of his raw skills. Like, he's going to come into the league being an elite finisher. Like, if he has a point guard to set him up, he gets any type of advantage on the lane. He's dunking everything. He's going to pick and pop and be a crazy floor stretcher. But he's not going to be creating off the dribble for himself, not going to be averaging 26 points per game or anything crazy like that. I think that's going to take a while to come around.
yeah, absolutely, I agree, and I think that's fair to say. Like, saying all this stuff should not be like to any surprise, because like almost every rookie, like, it's going to take some time to adjust to the pace of the game, the quote unquote physicality, how things are called, and also like the how widespread the floor is. It's incredibly hard to play defense in this league because this league is now made and tailored to high impact and volume offenses. So it's going to take a minute. Luckily, I feel like personally the best in one of the easier positions to play is probably like, maybe not a big man spot, but it's definitely a hell of a lot easier to navigate than being a guard when you have so many layers of the offense. When you're the center, you see everything, and you should be the focal point of the defense. So it's going to take some time.
I mean,
But-
maybe he's already said that, like, that the NBA is less physical, you know, and there's been a lot of guys who have come over from Europe. I remember like Luka saying that it's much easier to score in the NBA than it is in Europe. So we're going to have a couple of those like tempered expectations, but he's probably
Loud ass phone.
Yeah, but like he's probably going to be a little bit better than we thought.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to, it's not necessarily a physicality thing. It's more like a high level defense thing, and just like the skill set of self creation isn't quite there yet. Like, he has a lot to refine there with his footwork and all those type of things. But he's gonna walk into the league maybe being like all defense level defender. Like, he's gonna be the best defender in the NBA by like year 3. It's gonna
Bro,
be ridiculous.
if you don't have to jump to block anybody, Yeah, like you have a massive advantage. Like he's gonna be fine.
More than fine. He's going to be impact defender. Like, Evan Mobley was top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year voting this year. Was it year 2 or was it year 3? I can't remember with him.
I think it's you too.
Yeah, year 2.
Yeah.
He was top 3 Defensive Player of the Year voting. That's the same type of shit Victor's going to be on in year 1. He's going to probably be like second team all NBA defense, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And when it comes to talking about the generational player that he potentially could be, that's the type of stuff that like should translate so easily, because being that elite of a defender, like your first day stepping into the NBA, is not normal. You know, who are some bigs from the past, you could say, that's came into the league like as a day one impactful as defender? Someone I think who could be that also is like Chet Holmgren, who had a fucking fire. Oh, yeah. He had an amazing summer league, so he's in that exact same vein.
Yeah, the next decade of Defensive Player of the Years are gonna go to Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, and Evan Mobley. They're gonna sweep this bitch for the next 3 or 4 years. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that is the next archetype that every GM will be fiending and just screaming for, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's gonna be very mold changing. A lot of them might play 4 too. A lot of the rumors are hearing around San Antonio is they're gonna have Wemby play like an oversized 4 with a big next to him to like, allow him to roam and use his defensive playmaking and not have to like
smart
go down there with bigs right away. Listen, small ball might be dead because we have these new guys coming in that are mobile and can be huge, stretch the floor, do all this in the power forward position while giving the impact of a center on defense. They're going to change the game, those 3 guys.
That's an elite assessment. I love that shit.
Let's use that to transition to some other guys that were impressive during Summer League. I know you said Chet Holmgren was amazing. He definitely looked too good for Summer League. He might be in the running for Rookie of the Year.
He might win that thing. I think if I was to put my vote today, this is my overreacting to Summer League take. Chet Holmgren, he played like an all-star. This man played like he is winning Rookie of the Year, and it's not even close. Unanimous, might I say.
Okay, relax. Wembanyama's going to be there.
Okay, come on.
This is overreacting Summer League. What do you expect?
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Listen, if we're talking about overreacting to Summer League, did you see Amen Thompson?
Oh my goodness.
He got it.
That is my guy. That's my favorite prospect in years.
Listen,
that's my guy.
Listen. Amen was crazy. Him and Scoot Henderson, in the short time that they played, they are the ones. If we're really going to be overreacting, they're the ones who are going to win Rookie of the Year over Chet, over Victor. Those guys came out. They dominated from the start. Like there was no 2 for 13 games with them. There's no like waiting stuff out. They're here, and I'm a big fan of both of them. They would
same,
dominate.
man. Yeah,
Dude.
Scoot's impossible not to like. Scoot is awesome. He's just that next prototype athletic lead guard. Like he's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. 10 out of 10 of what or like he's like easily just the next new wave of like young, stupid, athletic point guard who's just likable and hella influential. We saw
trade Dame right now. Give Scoot the keys right now. I don't care what
Dame
the package
is.
Let him cook.
Exactly. I don't care if all you get is Jovic and a first round pick. Take it. Scoot, he'll make it work. Scoot's gonna make it work. Okay. Scoot is fantastic, bro. He's awesome.
I know Nikhil's showing this tweet on screen right now of me raving over Amen Thompson. I've been telling anybody who'll listen how great this guy's going to be for the past month, ever since the draft process started and I learned about him, what he did at OTE. I made a video on my TikTok where I said he's going to have the athleticism of Ja, be a better passer than Ja, being 6'7", and be a lockdown defender. Like that's just like the recipe for a super soldier Rajon Rondo. He's going to be amazing. And people in the comments were like, "Oh, better passer than Ja. Get off his meat. How does it taste?" Crazy shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you're kind of riding a little bit too hard with that one.
It's true though.
I understand it.
It's true, bro. He's 6'7", lead guard with lockdown defense.
God, why do you have to use Ja in there?
You know why?
It's hilarious.
You know why?
I know.
Ja's the line right now, and I think that Amen, he's not going to be playing around with guns in the offseason. So like he's gonna be there. Right, so
I'm not even talking about that.
At least he's gonna have the availability over Ja. Like that's gonna be fantastic.
See, one thing that I'm like thinking of when I see how much he's cooking and just how effortless and just how fluid and just everything just comes to him, and it just feels like what you saw on the basketball court. He been seen that 10 seconds ago. He just like has a
Yeah.
time traveler in his head. And so I'm like, bro, I don't know how long you keep this man on the bench for. Like, I know you just signed Fred VanVleet to that big ass bag for like what, 3 years. So it's like, I ain't gonna lie, like it's gonna be like real awkward once Fred VanVleet is either A, like sitting on that bench, or like starts to have his ball handling or duties like relinquished.
Well,
simply because
it's not gonna be Fred. It's gonna be the other 6'7" dude who just got $90-something million. He's gonna be he's gonna be the one that's on the bench.
Yeah, exactly. Fred is
Brooks?
very capable. Fred is very capable of being the off guard. That's how he's probably succeeded the most back in that championship team playing next to Kyle Lowry. So like they can have Amen be the point guard. Defensively, he'll guard the 3, but he'll be the leader of the offense point guard wise. Fred the 2, Jalen Green essentially the 3. That's where
the best way to
said,
use him.
They're gonna have They're gonna have a log jam of talent. If they have those 3 guys at the start eventually, Tari Eason and Jabari Smith both also look like they were too good for summer league. They should probably both start, and then Sengun at the 5. So where do you put Dylan Brooks? Where do you put eventually Cam Whitmore? Like you can't start Tari and Jabari if you're gonna start those. If you're gonna start a men, like they're gonna have some problems on their hands trying to figure out who to give the most run to.
Let's see who cooks the most.
It's gonna be like okay, but that's a problem for down the line. All these guys are not gonna be fantastic immediately out the gate. So it's like I promise you, Houston is going to be in the trenches this year.
Yeah.
They're still going to be losing
not.
50 games, right? They're going to suck. So all those guys are going to
I don't
have
think they will.
they're going to lose, and they're going to have all the opportunity in the world to figure out what lineups to go together because there's not going to be one dominant lineup for the Rockets.
No, yeah, I don't mean like in terms of winning games. I'm more so mean in terms of development and prioritizing who's the future of your league, who's the future of your team. Because I didn't even mention Kevin Porter, who there still is going to be a good 2 guard for them.
Oh no,
probably
he's
on the
out
bench.
of there. He's out of there. His time
Hey, Kevin Porter. Kevin Porter's a good player, but he should be your shooting guard on the bench probably. But so Cam Whitmore is going to be the guy out of the rotation to start the season. He's a rookie, that's fine. But like the main thing there is they can bench Dylan Brooks. They can live with that even though they paid him. That'll be fine. The biggest concern there is Tari Eason deserves to start. He looks like a demon in summer league. Him and Jabari Smith, and you can't start Amen and Tari Eason unless Sengun is off the bench and Jabari Smith is your 5, which is kind of weird.
Ew.
So it's more so just like a prioritizing what your future is going to be and giving the right amount of burn to guys who deserve development time. It's not like you said, it's a good problem to have, but it's going to be something to figure out.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's wait till preseason because there's a whole bunch of guys who can come out here in like most saying earlier. Kevin Knox was out here killing it in summer league, and then we get to even preseason. You can't even hoop with these guys. Let's wait 2 months, right? I want to see you in an actual NBA arena and see how you can play in preseason before we come out here talking about you deserve to be developed right now. Shut up. No. You're okay. You're okay, Tari. You're okay.
Isaac is right though. Tari is like that absolute demon, and he's someone that a lot of teams like myself, I am so jealous he's not a part of the Hawks. He is every bit of what we need right now as a player, and the Rockets have a fantastic issue, but this is just like issues that all teams, every elite team that you can think of that has reached that championship contention level, they've gone through their issues. They've had to make tough decisions, and if the Rockets are trying to become a competent front office, they're going to have to go through those decisions. The Denver Nuggets went ahead and went through those decisions when it came to arguing and battling over Nikola Jokic and Yusuf Nurkic. You know, it's like things like that are just naturally going to happen. So
yeah, if they get to a point where they can start Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, and Jabari Smith together, I don't care who's around them. That is going to be a nightmare to score against. Those 3 versatile defenders at 6'7", 6'9", and 6'10", that's going to be incredible as a defensive starting point.
Dude, we haven't even talked about Sengun at all either, who's been like, at least last season, was like the best spot about the Houston Rockets.
Yeah. They got a crazy promising future. I guess we should move on from Summer League. Don't want to spend too much time on it. It's going to be a long show. But man, it was a very impressive start for the Rockets specifically. I think they're the biggest winners of Summer League besides Scoot and Wemby, who we knew would be great. These are looking up for the Rockets. And Chet, who we also knew would be great in year 2 in Summer League. Before we get to our top 30 list, let's talk about this in-season tournament that they officially announced. Donovan, I already know you hate it. Tell people about the in-season tournament.
Okay, so I actually don't hate it as much as I used to.
Let's go.
But I'm very skeptical just because I just like, okay, so basically like you're going to have 30 teams, all 30 teams are going to play. They're going to be in like the groups have already been decided. And so, but your groups aren't going to be like, they're not restricted to just teams in your division or teams in your conference. It's just like 4 random teams. From those 30, 8 teams advance, and then you get into a single elimination bracket. Then there's a final 4 that's in like the middle of December or at the start of December. You have your semifinals and your finals, and then the winning team ends up getting, well, I forget the specific amount of prize money, but that's basically the stakes. It's like you're playing for just a little bit of extra bread.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I don't love it right now, just because I don't think that if money is the only incentive, the guys who on the 15th, the guys who are at the end of the bench, those guys are making more than what you're making they are making more than what you are going to make from the in-season tournament.
Yeah, but it'd be like a fourth of their salary. It's a nice bonus.
The ultimate goal is obviously still the Larry O'Brien Trophy. At least for right now, I don't see why would I play Jason Tatum and all these other people in this tournament to try and like push and go for all these things when like I'm still low managing or doing all this other stuff. I also don't think that it's smart for them to like, okay, and this is really the part that I'm kind of like confused about and why you would do it. Statistics would count, and this is from a tweet from Woj. Stats will count for the league's regular season except for the championship game of the event.
Yeah, because every game in this is going to be part of the regular season. The only added game is a championship. So if you say why would teams care about it and why would they play hard for it? They're just regular season games. There's nothing to change. Like they're just regular season games.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's my point. Listen, from a business perspective, I understand why the league did this. You can't go and ask ESPN, TNT, hey, give us $3 billion more than what you were giving us last time, right? You have this like $27-30 billion TV deal, and then you go and ask them to take games off the table. I understand that, right? But my thing is, if this is basically just going to be part of the regular season, then you still have the problem that you have before, which is, hey, we have this long season and nobody cares about games from October to December. And now we just have like these things where it's like, okay, we have like, it's the in-season tournament, but it's still the regular season and it's not like enough of a distinction. I don't think they've done a great job of separating the two.
Everything you said, though, there's no downside. Like, there's nothing to have an issue with. The thing is, they only add 1 extra game to the calendar, so nobody has to add extra games to be like, oh, why would we push ourselves for this? Like, you don't have to. You just play 4 games, and these 4 games happen to count. All the games are going to be on the same days, so on random days in October, we're going to have fun nights as fans where this is a tournament night, so all these teams are all playing for that spot. It'll just make a random Tuesday fun. We'll get that 4 times, and then we'll have 2 teams that play 1 extra game. That's it. And that team will get this. Like, it's just only thing that comes from this is added fun and a random bit of interest in the middle of the season. Nothing is being taken off the table for anybody. It's purely just adds a small element to the middle of the regular season to add a little bit of flair. It doesn't fix the regular season, but it's just that makes it a little bit better. It's marginal improvements with 0 negatives.
And when it comes to specific teams and players and front office thinking like, why would we care about this? Of course, it like you have to try to make the majority happy. And I think the type of teams that would actually try to put their best foot forward towards this in-season tournament are teams that are trying to figure themselves out. Like if the Indiana Pacers were to go ahead and match up with a team like the Houston Rockets, who are several steps below them in terms of their process of rebuilding, that's a good ass sign for the Houston Rockets. And if you're a Houston Rockets fan, like you just sparked a whole entire new level of interest because and through this tournament that wouldn't have happened prior to this season, you know. So I think it just adds another layer.
It would have happened. They played them twice a year already.
No, but this it's going to be like a pseudo thing of like, you know, we always say a lot of young players need to play games that matter. This isn't the same thing as like playing a playoff game, but it adds a little bit with them. Let's try harder tonight and gets them into that mindset of like, you know, you playing games that matter. Like I said, like it's
what does it matter for? What are we playing for?
Interest.
Again,
for them, for fans,
money. For them, it's money. $500,000 for a guy is not nothing. For to go out there and just try hard for 4 games of regular season, we're not asking them to fucking lift mountains and make an extra 16-game playoff run. Like, try hard a few nights and you can win $500,000. Like, for LeBron James, it doesn't matter, but for most of the league, that's like, oh, that's a sizable amount of money. It might be an eighth of my yearly salary. If I got your yearly salary and say, go try hard a couple times and you'll get an eighth of that as a bonus, you'd be like, oh, sick. Let me go try hard tonight. Like, it's not nothing.
Facts.
We'll see. But the idea that like, and here's the reason that I don't think that is like a massive like, oh, this is cool now. And I think Chris Ryan, he was talking to Bill Simmons about it, and he was like, all those cups, right? Because this is Adam Silver is trying to make this more into like a soccer-ish, right? Like a European soccer style league where you have break-off tournaments, you have the FA Cup, you have like Champions League and stuff like that. And he's like, the reason why you care about all those other cups is because you have history about it. And so like, this is going to be the inception point of that. And so at least for now, like this season, I don't think that it's like fantastic. So for the next like 5 to 10 years, I don't see this being something where it's like, oh wow, like the in-season tournament. Also, very underrated thing, but the marketing for this has been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible, and
It's just an announcement.
You guys are gonna laugh. You guys are gonna laugh at me. The fact that this is called the in-season tournament is stupid. You should have had another name for this. The WNBA has this entire setup, but it's called those tournament games are you play for the Commissioner's Cup or whatever. You can get a lot more people behind it if you call it something better than just the in-season tournament. It's so bland.
I can agree to that.
It's so bland and it's so nothing. And it doesn't.
It's going to be called the Kia tournament in like a year or two. They're going to brand the shit out of this with the sponsor. Like it's coming for sure.
Brand and listen, we do not get me started on the branding, but a branded name is something completely different from having an actual name or whatever. But it's like, I see this going the same way that people are going to treat like the Western Conference Finals MVP or the Eastern Conference Finals MVP is like, okay, yeah, like we can have it, but this doesn't do anything. Like I'm still not interested in what we're doing here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then at that point, if you just like saying you're not moved, it's not the best thing in the world. All right, that's not okay. So then it's still not a negative, you know. People are acting like this is the worst shit in the world. Why the fuck are we doing this? They're doing too much. Like why is there so much negativity? Who cares if you think it doesn't move you?
The best thing
you're doing too much. Like just relax.
That doesn't mean anything. You just want to complain. Like there's no negative.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a want to complain type thing. You're right, Donovan. Like no one really cares about the Eastern Conference or Western Conference player of the whatever, but like it's just another layer of interest, and it gets you talking and thinking about the game a little bit more and a little bit longer. Like people were actually sitting over here and having debates about Caleb Martin winning that Eastern Conference award over Jimmy Butler, you know, and it was an actual talking point because that dude went ballistic in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics. So it's just like another layer. It's not meant to go ahead and fix the entire issue of the regular season. It's more so an attempt to put the whipped cream, an attempt to eventually add a cherry on top, whatever that cherry is, to hopefully fix whatever issues that you still believe they have. So I see no bad in this whatsoever. It's a good experiment, and they should try this. And this is like the best way to go ahead and try to expand your league and also the interests, and just have the NBA lingering a little bit more in your head.
It's whack and it's bland. Like just like it doesn't do anything. I'm looking at the group right now. Nikhil pulled it up. East Group A has the Pacers, the 76ers, the Cavs, the Hawks, the Pistons. Even in that group, they played those teams 4 times a year.
You are ridiculous.
Already. If you think people are already not tuning in to Pacers Pistons, and you think that just because you put on this in-season tournament that they're going to be like, oh wow, now we actually have to tune in.
No, nobody thinks that. Nobody's saying it's going to be the NBA Finals. What the fuck are you talking about?
They're not. I'm not saying it has to be like the
straw man ass arguments.
I'm not saying that it has to be the biggest TV spectacle in the world, right? But the idea that just because you throw on this little label on it and now we just like fix something, there's going to be games in this tournament that do the exact same thing and may not add anything to the regular season. And so this idea that like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like, if you can have that, then your tournament means nothing because you're playing the tournament for some type of stakes, and it's not adding any stakes to a majority of these games.
Your argument is just based on the fact that this doesn't change the world, and nobody's saying it does. It's marginal, small amounts.
Just said I don't need it to change the world, but if the Pacers and Pistons games, those in-season tournament games, are going to look marginally different than a regular Pacers Pistons
Correct.
game.
It's group play. This isn't that's group play. That's not the bracket. That's before the bracket. That's before the tournament. You know how this works. That is supposed to be marginally different.
Okay,
It's the point.
Commissioner Smoot.
If
tell me what you would do.
If right now you are saying that we can just punt on some of the group play games.
Nobody said punts.
You're saying right now. I'm saying you have games in this tournament that already we know are not going to mean anything. They're already
No, they will mean something. They'll mean group play. You're saying they won't mean anything from a fan perspective of caring, and I'm not saying they're not. Nobody's going to care about every group play game. That's so irrelevant to the overall impact of this tournament. The bracket is what's going to be interesting, not the group play part. The group play part will be somewhat interesting, but there's a reason those games count as regular season games because that's just the lead up. That's not supposed to be crazy.
What's up?
What would you do to go ahead and fix this then? What is the better way to go about this to help build a little bit more intrigue? Because that's the entire intention with this, to build a little bit more intrigue. What would you do?
You have to add some better stakes. And so I don't know if like if the winning team, and one of the things that I would be wary of is adding a stake that makes the future feel kind of like gamified or anything. So like in previous years, the MLB, if you won the All-Star game, you got home field advantage. I don't think that shouldn't apply here, right? And so like that's where that's one of those situations where I think it feels like gamified. But if it's like, okay, everybody here, you can get if your team wins, at least from a front office perspective, to discourage against load management games in these games, you get an extra pick in like the supplemental draft, or you're able to maneuver around the salary cap this way. At the extreme end, right? If you want to be crazy, it'll never happen. But like, listen, if you win, you get a no trade clause, right? You know what I'm saying? But like things like that will actually matter to the players in order to add stakes immediately. And I just don't. The real issue is that the NBA season is really, really long, and that you kind of need to like cut down on the games. But like, obviously, you can't do that because you have like this $1 billion thing. And so, but I just don't think that this is like. I just think it's bland. I don't think it does it. I'm not in love with it the same way that you guys are.
No, we're not. That's a disconnect. We're not in love with it. We're just like, it's not a negative. So who cares? I just think that people complain about everything when there's no negative. They're just like, I think the positive could be bigger. I'm like, all right, great argument.
It's a valid.
Thanks for being negative for no reason. Thanks for adding nothing to the conversation.
You are taking valid criticism and me saying, hey, you're asking me like, hey, what's your issue with this? I give you my issue, and I feel that my criticism is very valid in this sense. And you're just like, oh, you're just complaining to complain.
No, I'm not talking about just you. Your point of wanting the bigger stakes is totally fine. I agree. If they could add like the winner gets a 15th pick, that'd make it better. I agree. There could be a way to make it better. I'm not more so talking about you specifically, but the online backlash of like people acting like it's the stupidest shit in the world, like it's making the league worse. And the overall reception has been dramatic, not necessarily just your points.
We'll see how it turns out. I want to see somebody bring me the numbers, the ratings for that Pacers Pistons game in group play. Please let me see it.
Dude, that's the part where you say that stuff. I'm like, okay, now I'm against what you're saying.
Oh my goodness. Wizards Hornets group B. That's crazy. Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
If your biggest point against it is no one's going to care about the first game of the
Jazz
tournament.
Blazers?
The point is the last game of the tournament, not the first one.
Oh my God, yo.
Man, let's move on to the top 30 list.
Scoot Henderson versus Walker Kessler? Oh my goodness.
That's kind of sick.
Put it on the marquee. Put it on the marquee.
You're joking, but
we're gonna lead TNT off with this. Relax.
This man is one of the greatest haters of all time. And
Such haters.
Relax.
Yeah.
Hating for what? You prefer that game just means absolutely nothing instead of almost nothing. Like, all right, it's not constructive. It's just it could be cooler. It doesn't add.
No,
anything.
I gave you the things that I think we can do a little bit better. But like,
I agree. The stakes could be better. That's definitely true. I love the idea of it having a draft pick, but I don't think the teams would ever want that. I think they would hate that idea.
Yeah, exactly.
they need to set this up to where the winners end up playing. We need to get this basketball Champions League going. The winner of these, you play the best teams in Europe and do all that. Go ahead and dominate, right? Make it feel very global. If that's what Adam Silver's trying to do, right, Mr. Silver, get the Champions League going. Get it set up.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool if any of those teams could actually compete. Reality is Real Madrid comes over here and gets butt blasted by the Thunder. Like, it's not gonna. It'd be embarrassing for them.
Yeah, exactly. That would be
sick.
That
though.
would be amazing.
I would love that.
It's just I wouldn't need man. I think in a couple years, once they figure out the Kings and also like up the stakes a little bit more, we're gonna be thinking about this or comparing this. Probably not to as much, but the play-in was a fucking fantastic
Can't stand
addition.
that, man.
Oh my god!
I love that meme.
God, that's
All right.
hilarious.
Are y'all ready to get to these point guard rankings that everybody's here for?
Dude? Let's
Yeah,
do it.
we're an hour in just getting to it. This is crazy.
Good grief.
Arguing about semantics about the in-season tournament branding. What are we doing? All right. We're going to do the same thing with this we've done with previous ranking videos. You guys have seen them. We're going to rank 1 through 30 of the top point guards. And we're going to do this by first revealing our 26 through 30, then 20 through 25, of 14 through 19, etc. We're going to go by blocks of 5 until we get to the top.
Just poked my eye. God damn, bro. I look like I'm crying on the podcast.
That
Man
was
is
so random.
clumsy.
I'll start first. I'll send you guys my 26 through 30. Who I have at number 30 is Markelle Fultz.
Lit.
Number 29, Gabe Vincent. 28, Spencer Dinwiddie. 27, Monte Morris. And 26, Tyus Jones.
Very solid.
6 ties.
Very solid.
This part of the list is bleak. Straight role players.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I know. My list looks a little bit different from yours, but I'm not going to war with any of that. I just see Tyus Jones. I feel like he's a little bit too low, but solid list. I think Markelle Fultz should be higher too. Higher than Gabe Vincent is kind of crazy, but I'm not gonna. Again, who am I to argue Markelle Fultz versus Gabe Vincent? This is not a sicko podcast. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, if you debate me about Gabe Vincent versus Markelle Fultz, I'm fucking walking out that door over there.
Yeah, block me for life. I will do that, but we're on air right now.
I have no strong opinions about those two players compared to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
All right.
we can breeze through these first 5. These first 5 are.
All right,
Here's
I'm
my
gonna say
favorite
mine.
role players.
I'm gonna say mine. My list is
Go for
very similar. So at 30, I have Gabe Vincent. At 29, I have Markelle Fultz. 28, I have Dennis Schroeder. 27, I have Mike Conley Jr. And then 26, I have Spencer Dinwiddie. So
Okay, Dennis Schroeder on there is interesting.
I
yeah,
put
who'd
Schroeder
you-
on mine too. Same
Okay.
spot too.
So you don't have Monty Morris. Is that on purpose? You don't think Monty Morris is good enough?
no, I would rather have Dennis. I think Dennis.
Wow.
I want to reward Dennis, and because I've seen, like I was thoroughly impressed by what Dennis did last year in the playoffs, and I think even though that like Steph was still able to get off, I think there were a lot of games where he was able to kind of make Steph uncomfortable. His shooting really came back once he got back to the Lakers and stuff like that. I like Schroeder. I listen again, like you said, we're talking about role players. We're talking about guys that are fringe starters, right? They're gonna come in. They're gonna be your starter if somebody's hurt. And at this point, I'm going mainly just intangibles. I've seen Schroeder do it for a number of teams, and so I just like Schroeder more than Monte Morris.
That's very fair. Plus, no one was really watching the Wizards last season, my boy. That's just the facts. Shout out to all the Monte Morris fans.
They're gonna watch him next
at
year.
30. Oh, for sure.
Once that tournament comes around.
Oh my god. So at 30, I have Kyle Lowry. At 29, Andrew Nemhard. Did I say his last name right? I feel like
Yeah.
I almost never do. But
I thought
anyways,
Nembhard was a shooting guard. I didn't include him. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Anyways, 27, Dennis Schroeder, just like you, Donovan. 28, I put up. Oh, say my bad. 26, I put up Jaden Ivey, rookie. Had a good season. I see the flashes, see the flare, but I can't put him any higher. But I don't want him off this list. And then at 25, I have Cole Anthony. Cool dude. Nice dreads.
Nice dreads.
I'm telling you,
He upped the shooting percentage too. So
we're at the point
Shout
of the
out to
list.
him.
This is straight vibes. This is just straight, no analysis.
Yeah.
Just like, I like the way he hoops.
yeah, I like his social media presence. Pretty active.
Let me see. Yeah, Nemhar's good. I think Nemhar's a shooting guard, so I didn't include him. But if we're calling him a point guard, that's a good pick. I didn't put Kyle Lowry.
I didn't.
I kind of just like wrote him off because he's old. But like,
Yeah,
I don't hate. So
he
do you have
showed up
Gabe
in the
Vincent?
playoffs. So
Do you have Gabe Vincent on this list?
no, I actually left him off this list.
They started Gabe Vincent over Kyle Lowry. I can't justify putting Lowry above him at this point.
That is very true. That is very true. But when Kyle Lowry did show up big in the NBA Finals, like it was there, and so I don't
Something
know.
about him's big. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
That's exactly what should happen. Let's move on.
yeah,
I'll send my next five. What else do you have? Oh, you have Jaden Ivey on there.
yeah.
I mean, if we're going
It's
off
like
last
whatever.
year, come on. But next year, he'll probably be a top 30 point guard.
For sure.
I'll send you guys my next five. This is where things get interesting, I think. My next five, I at, what is it? What is that? 20.
Oh,
Brain
I
fart?
forgot about Derek White. Damn.
Yep. 25, I have Malcolm Brogdon. 24, I have Mike Conley. 23, D'Angelo Russell. 22, Alex Caruso. And 21, Derek White. A lot of defenders.
That's good. That's good. Listen, we're here. I'm gonna send mine just because it's very similar. At
You
least
got the same list?
kind of. I have Tyus at 26. Then I have Russ. But then our next three, 23, 22,
Wow.
and 21 are the exact same. D'Lo, Caruso,
Ooh,
Derek
you
White.
have Russ low.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's still a lot of other guys that I would rather have than Russ right now. But like he's definitely just right there in that lower third, upper third, depending on the night. But like, yeah, that's kind of where I would have him.
Okay.
Man, I'm sick.
The Clippers' tenure saved him for me. I'm giving him some benefit of doubt that the Lakers situation was just awful for him. And I saw enough on the Clippers to think that he's probably roughly still similar to the caliber player he was at the Wizards, just with less usage. So I moved him up on my list. But I'm not going to go to war arguing that Russell Westbrook should be high. He is a shell of
Yeah.
himself. So I get it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had the
I-
same top
So
three.
here goes.
Well, I'll go real quick before you rattle those off. I just think I have D'Lo a little bit lower just because not D'Lo. I have Westbrook a little bit lower. His lack of shooting just means that you can't put him on a lot of teams, and his skill set is like very, very specific, and you need him to do one thing, and so that's why he drops for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
for sure.
I
He
ain't
definitely
gonna
is
lie.
not the most
Yeah.
versatile player on this list anymore at this stage of his
Yeah,
career.
exactly. And I put that. I added like versatility and also like the ability for me to plug and play you anywhere on every team. I added that element to this list. So sadly, I ain't gonna lie, it feels so sickening to say, but I'd pretty much would rather have every other point guard or every single point guard on this list over him. That's why he didn't make it, bro.
Oh, he's not on your list at all?
Right? No, he's not on my list.
Oh,
You're
damn.
telling me
He's not on my
I
list.
have Russ the highest on this list?
I know.
That is character development.
I know. Shout out to you for that, man. But I
I'm
had to
gonna-
look myself in the mirror before I did this list. Couldn't do it without me. So I have Monte Morris, Fultz, Mike Conley, D'Lo, and Spencer Dinwiddie.
You have Dinwiddie above D'Lo. That's interesting.
Yeah, I do have Dinwiddie above D'Lo. His IQ is a little bit higher.
Nice.
I like the way he talks. I think he's better defensively, but like obviously, like he's not really moving the needle there. But really, it's the inconsistency, the wild inconsistency of D'Lo.
That was a weird cut. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back. Are we ready to move on to the next part of this list?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about. So let me
Let's go.
get
Top
back to where we
20.
were.
Top
Top 20. Okay, so I'll send my 20 through 16 now. This is where
this
the
is where it
debate's gonna
starts to
start.
get interesting.
Yeah,
There you
now
go.
we're going to be debating. At 20,
No
I have
more
Marcus
mid.
Smart. At
Okay.
19, I have Russell Westbrook.
Ooh,
Okay.
18, Fred VanVleet. 17 Chris Paul,
my God.
16 DeJounte Murray.
I just realized that I left 2 people out.
Okay.
Not the end of the world, but Fred VanVleet, I don't think he made my list, and also Marcus Smart probably didn't make my list either.
This man did not prepare.
I prepared, but I was looking at the wrong things.
Yeah. So again, I have Russell Westbrook much higher than you guys do. I don't know how good I feel about putting him above Marcus Smart. If I'm building a team,
You're letting those 2 playoff games get to you, I think.
if I'm building a
That's what
team,
it is.
I'd probably rather have Marcus Smart. But I can see a world where, with the right fit, Russell Westbrook is still a better player overall. So I'm giving him the respect of like how good he is as a player.
Yeah.
But building a team, I'm never gonna pick Russ over Marcus Smart. I don't think.
Yeah.
So your list is busted then.
No, I think Russ is a better player. I don't know. Like it's hard to team building wise versus how talented they are. I don't know. It's difficult. How do
I
you
don't
feel
know.
about Fred VanVleet versus CP3? That one was hard for me.
I think they're damn near
thoughts.
pretty even. Fred
Yeah.
VanVleet may be a little better just because he's not as old and he can still get to his spots and all that. But I don't know. It's a tough conversation to have. Just depends on
People
what
are
you
a bit
value.
dramatic. People are a bit dramatic about CP3. They're acting he can't do anything. Like he's not completely cooked. Like he's still a great passer. Can do a little bit of stuff. He's just not the on-ball scorer he once was. I don't think he's like useless though.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I don't
he's,
think
he's
he's
definitely not like useless. But I have Fred above CP on my list. And-
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and I'll send mine.
If Fred was an efficient scorer, it'd be a no-brainer for me. But he's also not a particularly good scorer, so I didn't think the gap there between him and CP3 was big enough to make
That's
up for
fair.
the passing gap. Once again, another jarring cut. Most camera turned off again. We're back. We're good.
When the trenches
Donovan?
right now, guys. They're struggling.
Straight up.
Technical difficulties, man.
Yeah,
But all right, yeah. How do you guys feel about DeJounte at 16?
I like it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, I struggled to rate him because he was probably a little bit better than that with the Spurs. Then last year, I don't think he was super impressive with Trae Young, but I don't really blame him. I think the fit's bad. I don't really know where to put him.
I
Yeah.
think individually, like when it comes to what he did in the playoffs, he was phenomenal. One of the only players to keep a consistent level of play, except for towards the back half of the Celtics series. But I feel like DeJounte at times, like I go back and forth between myself for him being overrated and also like underrated. Overrated because defensively he can't guard guys like Jaylen Brown and, you know what I'm saying, like other premier 2 guards. But at the same time, like when it comes to just overall being on in everyone's business defensively, I think he's that. And on the offensive side of things, like he's a weird shooter. Like he shot better. It seemed to me like he shot better off of the dribble than like on regular catch and shoot threes. He's like, and it's like pretty substantial too, which is so freaky. So I don't know. DeJounte's weird, but I feel like that's a pretty good rating.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm cool with that.
You want to send your list, Donovan?
Yeah, let me go ahead and send it through. So at 20, I have Marcus Smart. At 19, I have DeJounte Murray. At 18,
Ooh.
I have Tyrese Maxey. At 17, I have Chris Paul, and then at 15, I have Fred.
Okay.
For me, those 4 guys, like 16 through 19, I see the case for all of them to be 16. Like those guys are very, very interchangeable for me. I'm not like, these are not hard rankings at all. The reason that I'm putting Murray, the reason why I'm putting DeJounte,
That's so crazy.
and the only reason why, and I like, this actually isn't like Hawks hating, but I think he's a little bit overrated on defense. And
Definitely is at this point.
I think he's a little bit overrated on that end. The stuff that he like just last season, the fit between him and Trae, it's not really his fault that he like got dealt there and he's not able to like be this, you know, this full like on ball creator and stuff like that. But that's the situation that he's in, and I just still am kind of I don't really know what to make of his entire career, because half of it he was injured for a lot of the early part, and then once he got going, he was just on a terrible Spurs team, and now he's on this Hawks team that's like, it's a weird fit. So I'm still trying to understand where to put him. If you want to put him higher, fine. I'm not going to fight you on that. Tyrese, I have him above him. I'm a huge
That's the one that's the only part I have issue with. I can't put Tyrese above DeJounte.
Why?
That's crazy as hell.
Why?
I think DeJounte's better at everything. I don't know. what
DeJounte's the
Tyrese-
better scorer, better defender, better passer. Like, he clears him in every aspect of the court.
Yeah, I don't know what the argument for Maxey is.
I think Maxey has it.
Better shooter.
Yes, I think Maxey is a better shooter. And again, I think I'm giving Maxey the benefit of the doubt because he played next to Harden. I understand that, like, I literally just I just said the opposite for DeJounte, but I'm giving him that because in the spots where James was out, and even last year, whenever Maxey was playing point guard with the Sixers with this team, he was still very, very effective. And so I'm anticipating Maxey to get back to the point guard position. I think James is probably gonna, like, he's either not gonna play at the start of the season for the Sixers, or he's going to be dealt before that. So I think he's going to get back to the point guard position. So in terms of like a positional fit, that's where I'm going to have him. I think CP is above him for everything that we just said. He's still crazy smart. He can still run an offense. He can still put people in the right places. And then Fred is not the most efficient scorer.
To put it lightly.
Yeah, but I also think that he, out of everybody, might be in the worst situation because that entire Toronto offense, like, they're just not in a good situation. That whole half-court offense is trash.
Terrible. Yeah, for sure.
It's trash. And so it's like I think this season going with Houston, I think he's going to be much better than what he was.
I can buy that.
So yeah. So that's my
his efficiency last year was also bad because he had a really cold stretch of 3-point shooting to start the season. Like, he couldn't buy a three. It was pretty absurd for like 2 months straight. So I can see that. The thing is, he's always been a bad rim finisher because he's like tiny. So like that's never gonna come around. But the jump shooting is definitely better this year, I would think, and maybe with a better offense that actually creates advantages for him instead of him just like shoving round pegs into square holes nonstop. I could buy that. I can see that for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and send my list in. Again, I forgot to put Fred VanVleet, but he would definitely be in this exact same tier. And there's a name in here that probably is not, that is definitely not in the same tier as you guys. And
I can't wait.
That name is Tyus Jones. Maybe I'm a Tyus Jones fan. I'm a Tyus Jones like super fan. Hell, call it that. I think I would definitely have him. I'll definitely have him over or Fred VanVleet over Tyus Jones. So at what is this, 20 through 15 or 20 through 16 or whatever?
Yeah.
So I have Malcolm Brogdon, Tyus Jones, CP3, and Anthony Simons. I haven't seen him on you guys' list so far. I think
He's a shooting guard.
I consider him a legit 2.
He's definitely a shooting guard.
Okay.
You know what you can do?
Wow.
We'll let you do. Replace him with Fred VanVleet, and you're good. Just swap him.
Damn.
Simon's going to be on next week's
Are you-
list, so go
are
ahead
you
and
gonna
just
I'll
swap
put
him.
him there.
Are you gonna fight Van Vliet over?
No. I'd rather. I don't know why, but in my mind, I see him as a 2, as a 1. Maybe just because of size or whatever.
Yeah, he's
But
definitely
I don't
two.
care. Yeah, let's definitely go ahead and put Fred VanVleet at 2 instead because that's very fair. And then at 1, I have, or at this one right here for you guys watching right now, DeJounte Murray at 16. So super dope.
Okay.
I think
so. Me and you
this is
agree on
not great.
DeJounte. So let's say you have DeJounte, Fred, CP3, Tyus, Malcolm Brogdon. That's pretty much aligns with us. So you didn't put Marcus Smart on your list? You forgot about him too?
I literally forgot about Marcus Smart. Yeah, I said that earlier. Literally
Do you
forgot about him
do you want
in
to
my
amend
mind.
that? Do you want to amend that and shove him in here and put everybody down, or you
Instead
rock
of
with it?
Tyus Jones? Absolutely.
Okay, so you put him above Tyus Jones and push everybody down one?
For sure. Easy.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Can you, Nikhil, can you write that down, fix his list, and put Marcus Smart between CP3 and Tyus Jones? So I can
Yeah.
remember to edit that in.
So who's 30? So Kyle Lowry gets knocked off his list.
Bye-bye, Kyle.
Damn. Are you serious? I love them though. It is what it is.
Yeah, Nikhil, you have his list written down wrong. It's not in the right order.
I can.
Anyways,
It's all good.
so CP3 below. Okay. Yeah, so your list is pretty much the same as us. We all have these guys in the same tiers. I'm going to be interested to see where we rank Anthony Simons next week when he actually counts because he's going to be a fun guy to rank.
Yeah,
I'll send my
absolutely.
next one. We're finally breaking into the top 15. This is interesting for sure. Here are my names. At 15, I have LaMelo Ball. 14, Drew Holiday. 13, Brunson. 12, James Harden. And 11, De'Aaron Fox.
Wow.
Okay.
I am
De'Aaron
not
Fox at 11.
I'm not particularly confident about these rankings at all. So if you have a big problem with this, you can sway me for sure.
Okay. I like these. I like all of these. I think Fox can definitely be higher.
Higher. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, but I don't think you haven't been a big Fox guy kind of.
You guys love De'Aaron Fox, man. I find myself on the opposite end of De'Aaron Fox love a lot, just because I feel like he's very good, not great at anything. Like, he's a very good scorer, not incredible. He doesn't have. I don't quite buy into his perimeter shooting enough to make him like a great playoff scorer. He's a good solid passer, not an elite passer, not an elite defender. I just feel like he's very good at everything, but doesn't have any great skills besides running really fast.
And that, listen, being a very above average player in the NBA and then making him like the third fastest player in the league, that's a great combination, right?
I agree. I agree.
It's pretty fantastic.
That's why he's the 11th best point guard. They're just like, you'll see. We'll debate the names above him, because I think
dude.
he could be 10 or 9. Those are the hard ones I had to decide between. Like, one from Jamal Murray. If you wanted to tell me De'Aaron Fox is better than Jamal Murray, I wouldn't kill you for it. But we'll get there when we get there. Do you guys have any problems with the rest of the list?
No, I don't.
I like where Brunson is.
I do.
I
too.
think I'd rather have Harden over Brunson at this point, for sure. Just
That's
me
close, though. That's
personally.
close, right?
It's not outlandish, but I think like throwing the playoffs, go ahead and throw in just how consistent Jalen Brunson is also during the regular season too. I probably would rather have Jalen Brunson, but it's not bad at all. And also Drew Holiday ahead of LaMelo Ball. That's a tough pill I had to swallow when I was making my list. I literally have that exact same formation.
Nice.
So it's right for now.
Yeah, definitely true. The crayon eaters, as you call them, are going to hate that, but it's true.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think LaMelo Ball is going to fly up this list this year. I think he's going to jump into the top 10 with a big year 4.
I hope so.
exactly.
I just hope he plays, man. It feels like it's been a while since like we've seen him.
Yeah.
hoop.
He just needs competency
almost-
around him.
Yeah, exactly. I almost let him off the list because I just haven't seen him play in a little. In a
Left
little
LaMelo
while.
off the list. Off the
I
top
didn't-
30?
I didn't though. No, I didn't. I
Okay.
almost did.
All right, Donovan, send your 15 through 11.
All right. At 15, I have LaMelo Ball. at 14, I have Drew Holiday. 13, Jalen Brunson. At 12, I have Kyrie. And at 11, I have James Harden.
James Harden over Kyrie.
Yes.
Okay, I have Kyrie stupidly high, I think, compared to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this
listen, the cases for LaMelo, Drew, Brunson, those are kind of there. For James, the reason why I think that James is the best out of all of these guys is, one, he's clearly just the best passer. Like, James Harden can roll out.
Yeah.
James Harden can roll out of bed and get 10 assists. It doesn't, and I think that like separates him. If we're talking about like, I don't know. I think that James, when he wants to be, he's a better defender, I think, than Jalen, and that's just because of his size. He's a better defender than Kyrie. He can at least do some stuff in post defense. There's just like, as long as I'm not relying on James Harden to be the one taking the shot at the end of the game, I'm okay. I'm fine. And so that's what. But yeah, I think he's the best out of these guys. I think Kyrie, elite scorer, very underrated passer. Right, he's gonna improve your offense fully. But listen, if we're just talking about what, like, if he's gonna be there, is he gonna come in and my whole situation is gonna blow up in my face? I have to account for that. If he wasn't the way that he was, he would probably be higher on my list.
But yes, I didn't account for that.
But
so
he's
I have
Kyrie
him.
Yeah.
So like, you just have to drop him because
Yeah, that's fair.
It's gonna happen.
I probably should have accounted for that because we're talking about like who would you rather have or whatnot. But I didn't account for that. I tried to be unbiased against the fact that I think he's insane. So I just went off how good he is at basketball. But I can respect that.
Yeah, for me personally too, like I was on the same wavelength as you, Isaac. I'm like, yo, like if they're both gonna flame out, I'd rather Harden not embarrass me and flame out in the brightest lights than like Kyrie just be out in like the middle of the team and be like, yo, if he was here though, like my team would be in a much better position.
Yeah.
So that's just about like how bad do you want to go out? I'd rather not go out in the brightest lights like Harden. So at 15, I have LaMelo Ball like all y'all. 14, Drew Holiday. But I know that this will change once the season starts because I feel like you guys, LaMelo Ball's gonna have that leap of because of consistency and just being a little bit healthier and development around all his other teammates, stuff like that. 13, I have James Harden. 12, I have Darius Garland. I don't know if this is me being kind of tough on him.
Too fucking low. Too fucking low.
It might be too low. It might be too low. But at 11, I have the guy who outplayed the shit out of him in Jalen Brunson. So maybe it's like
shout out to the Brunson love. I appreciate it. I disagree, but I appreciate it. And I'm glad that somebody on this panel is giving Jalen Brunson love. Like
I think the Jalen Brunson praise is less crazy than I don't think having Jalen Brunson at 11 is bad at all. I just think if that's gonna be the case, Garland should be like 10 or 9. That's the thing. Like Jalen Brunson could definitely be higher. I think his playoff run was incredibly impressive. I think his numbers are very similar to Jamal Murray. He just didn't have Jokic next to him. Like he was averaging 27 and extremely high efficiency for those first couple rounds. So I get it. I just think it's not Garland's fault. They got absolutely punched in the mouth in every asset in that series. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I still have him in the top 10, obviously.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like he just had one bad playoff series, and I don't think that is who Darius Garland is. But overall, I just think that Jaylen Brown, like the word you like, I said Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, the word you like to use, I think is like playoff proof. And I don't think there's a way to go ahead and game plan and scheme around Jalen Brunson like there is potential ways to take out Darius Garland out the game. So I don't know. It's really like I'm not going to war for this at all whatsoever, bro. I'm not going to war for it at all.
Now we're going to war about Darius Garland. You're going to have to stand on that shit.
I ain't standing on shit. I'll flip my wrist right now.
All right. I guess let's get into the top 10.
This is tough. Let's get into the
At
top
number 10,
10.
I have Darius Garland. At number 9, I have Jamal Murray. You sicko.
Yeah,
You just blew his nose into the mic.
No, the mic is right here, out of frame.
At 9, I have Jamal Murray. At 8, I have Tyrese Halliburton. 7, Kyrie Irving. And 6, Trae Young.
Okay.
Ouch.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about this?
I'm with it. I'm with it. We talked about Kyrie being a little bit lower and like the difference in there. I like the fact that you put Jamal Murray over Darius Garland.
He deserves it, right?
Yeah, like just coming off that entire playoff run, that entire finals run, I think Jamal is gonna get a lot of love from us, from everybody else in the media. Like he should have his respect this year. He's probably gonna be an all-star finally. Like,
hopefully,
yeah. What Jamal
Definitely
what Jamal did in the playoffs was very, very impressive. So I like that you put him over Garland.
Halliburton versus Kyrie was difficult.
Yeah, I agree. That was so tough.
What came down to it is I'd rather have Tyrese Halliburton. I think, and like on paper, I think that at first. He's an incredible passer, 22 points per game, upper trajectories off the charts. But I was like, come on, if I'm trying to win a playoff series, am I really going to pick Tyrese Halliburton over Kyrie Irving? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, Kyrie is an unstoppable playoff-proof scorer, like you said about Brunson. If I'm trying to win a basketball game, I'm going to pick Kyrie Irving.
That's fair. I can't hate you for that. I can't hate you for that at all. Oh, man. Man. It's just so tough. That's something that I had a tough time with too. Oh, I'm about to sneeze again. Good grief.
Okay. Well,
I got allergies.
In the meantime, I'm gonna send my 10 through 6. We're gonna see how this goes.
You finna scare me.
So at 10, I have Darius Garland. At 9, I have De'Aaron Fox. 8, I have Jamal Murray. 7, I have Ja Morant. And at 6, I have Trae Young.
Your Ja Morant is 7?
Yes, I do.
Wow, that has to do with some on-court stuff, huh?
Yeah, you're definitely including the gun toting into this.
Oh no, no, yes, I am. But like, if I did the same thing with Kyrie, I have to do it with Ja. And I think at this point, like after the first time, you can kind of listen. We'll put that behind us. We'll move forward. what he's doing right now and the way that he's affecting his team is ridiculous. And so, but also there's arguments that I have for everybody above him. We can get into that. I have De'Aaron Fox at 9. I was really, really impressed by what De'Aaron Fox did in the playoffs last year. And I think that if he doesn't break his finger, like the Kings probably win that series. Like he was really, really good. And I want to
He
give
averaged 27.
Exactly. I want to give him the respect. Like we just said, Jamal, he's coming off of this crazy run. Ja's fantastic. But he's out here doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing. And now that's messing with your availability. And whenever we get to, top 5, top 6 and stuff like that, all these guys above that are either massively better than him or are much more available at this point. So that's why I'm dropping him down. He's probably if he comes back and he's like the Ja Morant that we know and there's no other problems and he's like going to be there, not going to be a distraction, cool. You can regain your place up top. But I can't in good faith right now put him in the top 5.
Nice.
Okay. I can understand that. It's a similar thing with Kyrie where I try to just be like, all that stuff is for sure a factor. I try to just say, let me remove that bias from my head and talk about them as basketball players. But if we're doing that, I have no issue with that. There's definitely a case that you'd rather, all things considered, build around Trey.
Isaac, you're better than me, man. You were able to move that bias around your head, out of your head. Not me. It's staying in me. It runs through my veins. So at number 10, I have Jamal Murray. At number 9, De'Aaron Fox. Number 8, I have Kyrie Irving, which feels weird, but it is what it is. At 7, Tyrese Halliburton. And then I have at 6, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I know you did not put Trae Young above SGA.
What
you
did I just
sicko.
say? The
You
bias
sicko.
runs through my veins. And I'm not just
sicko.
going by. For Trae Young, I will bend every single rule there is for him. All right? Pause.
Nah, this
but
is nasty. We can't allow
I
this.
am doing it for that.
We
man,
can't
all
allow
right?
this. I'm
Pause. But
I've vetoed. We
listen.
can't allow this. What is this?
He's twerking for
Listen.
Trae Young. This is crazy.
hell yeah, I am.
Bro, he's dropping down
And
getting
I
his
did
eagle
it.
on. He's making his knees touch his elbows. This is crazy.
Hell yeah, I am. Okay, but let's focus on this list specifically right now. All right. So, Shai, I think there's a clear gap between him and everybody else under him for now, except for maybe Kyrie, because like we already know what he is. It's just other things that's holding him back. All right. So as for Tyrese Halliburton versus Kyrie, I had that exact same thought process, Isaac. But at the same time, I see just how good offensively he is and how good Tyrese is at getting other people involved in just the fast-paced motion of play. I just feel like you can damn near pair him up with anybody who likes to play any style of basketball, and you would probably get to the promised land with Tyrese Halliburton.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, so, but if you're to put Kyrie above him, I'm not crying and complaining because he's literally Kyrie Irving. And so, as for Fox and Jamal Murray, like I just feel like Fox, I don't know. This is very flippable in my mind too. I'm not standing to the ground with this whatsoever. But with the type of first round series that De'Aaron Fox had as the hub of the offense, and just constantly being just like that dude with not the greatest supporting cast around him, a great supporting cast, but not the greatest. I just gave the nod over to him over Jamal Murray. Okay. But honestly, now I think about it, I might have Jamal Murray over him. I don't know. This really depends on how I feel.
This man does not want to stand on anything.
Hell no. There's only one thing I'll stand on, all right? Only one thing I'll stand on, but y'all see that
disgusting.
later.
And that's the Trae Young slurp. Rents a gawker.
I am a certified munch for Trae Young.
Okay, time for the top 5?
Top 5.
At number 5, I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 4 John Morant, 3 Damian Lillard, 2 Luka, 1 Steph. I, even just now before I sent it, was debating so hard between Ja and Shai for 4 and 5. I cannot decide who is better between those two guys. It's crippling me how much I don't know the answer to that question. I gave the nod to Ja simply because I feel like he's a better driver of offense, that his penetration creates for others more, is more of an engine of offense, while Shea's unique abilities are more centered around him getting his own. He isn't as much of a creator for others. Not to say he can't do that, but I think Ja's a little bit better, which is the deciding factor between two great scorers. I don't feel good about it at all.
That's funny.
Shit, I could have made your life easier. Just say Trae Young better than both and then bump one of them boys off the
This
list.
guy.
But you wanted to take the hard route.
So I'd pick Shea 10 times over 10 over Trae Young. It's not even
And
close.
Josh
10
Giddey,
times
great.
over 10?
It's not close. It's so
10
crazy
times,
to
10
say.
times out of 10. That's a bit much. That's a bit
Alright.
much.
I'm just
that
shitting.
is-
I'm just shitting on Trae. I'm kidding. Trae's in the same tier. Those three guys are definitely in the same tier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the top three is pretty cut and dry. I imagine we're all gonna have the same top three. If we don't, you're sickos.
Oh, for sure.
I see Donovan's. You don't have Dame number 3? Oh my god.
Will we? Let's see.
Send your top 5.
He's lying. He's trolling.
Nah, I'm
Capper.
capping. I'm capping. All right. Number 5. I have Tyrese Halliburton. Number 4, I have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 3 Dame, 2 Luka, 1 Steph. Okay. We're gonna talk about Tyrese at 5. Tyrese is in the category and in the tier with him, Trey, Ja, Shea, right? Like that's kind of right. Anywhere from I guess in my case 4 to down to like 7 or whatever. He's the best passer by far out of all of them.
Oh, Trae's close.
By far?
Trey's in the same tier.
He's a better passer than Trey Young, and I don't think that it's close. I don't.
And
I
Luka? Damn.
don't. But Tyrese
That's crazy.
is there.
He didn't say Luka. He's
Out
talking
of-
about that tier around 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
out of all of them, they're all either mid or below average to defense. So I'm throwing that out, right? Like they're not like lockdown defenders at all. Tyrese is also giving you 22 points a game on crazy efficiency. When he was healthy, the Indiana Pacers, who we all thought was going to be tanking, were 4th in the Eastern Conference. They were winning basketball games at a very, very high level. I think that Tyrese is going to come back this year. He's going to be healthy. He has Bruce Brown to do all the dirty work. Jarris Walker's there. Like he should be good too. Miles Turner is unlocked. Like the Pacers are going to be good. And it's going to be because of Tyrese Halliburton. And he's him. He's fantastic. So I have him at 5. And then Shay's just a one-man wrecking crew. I'm going to get buckets, and then I'm going to go shower, and I'm going to put on the hardest fit that you've ever seen in your life. And there's just nothing that you can do about it. Like I'm going to be on House of Highlights at 8, and then at 9 I'm going to be on League Fits. He's unstoppable. And for him to be on an offense last year with rookie Jalen Williams, who, listen, he was good, still a rookie. Josh Giddey, who's still finding his offensive game. Lou Dort, to not have Chet, and then to bring that team as far as they did, him averaging 30, they won a playing game. And I understand that they got destroyed by Minnesota. But to win the game against New Orleans, to go on the road to do that, like we've already seen him in playoff situations play well. I think Shea is better than all of them. I trust him to lead my offense, and for him also to not be like as fast as Ja or Fox and still be able to get to the foul line and get to the rim as easy as he does. You put some real scores and some like shooters next to him. Oh, his assist numbers are going crazy. Like Shea still has levels to go, and I think that his potential and everything that he does right now is fantastic. So I'm putting him at 4, and then Steph, Luka, Dame. We don't have to talk about it. Those guys are top 3, but those are 4 and 5 for me.
Okay,
That's
you
fair.
convincing argument. you got
that's
it.
fair. I'm not even gonna go ahead and argue that.
I think it's very fair.
And on top of that, you didn't even mention Shea's insanely tough caption game on his personal life.
That's what I'm saying. He's there. He's ready.
He's got bars.
Yeah,
I respect it.
My only thing about Shea is like, of course, like the offense is fantastic and all that, but I'm just like sitting here and thinking like, okay, like with all these players, there's one thing that separates Shea from all of that. I think it's the passing and the vision. He doesn't have the vision of Dame, Steph, Luka, or Tyrese, or Trey, or Ja, or anything like that. And for me personally, when I think of what makes you one of the best to play at your position, I hold that like pretty high because I think that adds to another level of how unstoppable you are. Now, Like Shea easily had like the worst group of players around him, and maybe if things open up a little bit more, Josh Giddey like actually starts shooting on a more consistent level, even though he was already better last season. Just keep on ramping him up. Maybe like that goes ahead and like takes Shea's passing playmaking to another level, but I just don't think that's like naturally him. I don't think that's his bag.
Yeah, that's
and that's
fair.
why like I just can't have him at that tier. Just because in my mind, like in my basketball philosophy, like his archetype just doesn't scream to me like.
I mean,
oh yeah, like
he's just as good of a passer as Dame. Dame's the same type of player where he's a god level scorer, similar passer. Like I don't think they're that different in that way.
I don't. I think you're underrating Dame's passing just a little bit, but also Dame's like in another stratosphere because he shoots at like an entirely different stratosphere. But of course, I don't even really need to go through like Curry number 1, Luka number 2, Dame number 3. Nobody really cares. That's just what it is. If you have a different top 3, you're just wrong. And I hope
Crayon
you enjoy being wrong.
Crayon eaters.
Yeah, other than that, number 4 is Trae Young. You're wrong too if you don't have him.
4.
Honestly, this is 4.
Okay.
4, and I'm standing on all 4s for that. Okay, let me pause. Hold on.
Dropping down, getting your eagle on.
I
Love that.
easily put Trae Young at 4 because I see him for what he is not right now, which is flawed, but I do not care. I think that once he, hopefully, like he can be 30 and I'm still saying this, bro. As soon as he starts to move off ball a little bit, it's over for you guys. It's over for the entire league. So I have him at number 4, and then John Morant's still John Morant, regardless of all the BS that's been going on. Like, dude's
Aren't you sore?
talent. Look,
Nah, you're disgusting.
why would you say that? Why?
You're actually disgusting. That's funny.
Are you sore?
That's funny.
That's disturbing, Isaac. Do you know how young your audience is right now? And you're asking me if I'm sore? No, I'm not sore. I never do get
I got stamina. I can do this all day.
Y'all are nasty, man. That's crazy.
But like, I feel like once you put Trae in the specific system, and once he conforms to the specific ideology that I hope our new head coach Quinn would put into his head, I think we can easily see him skyrocket. Of course, I'm not mad at you guys for not having him in the system whatsoever because the efficiency was ass, defense always ass, and also the fit was ass alongside DeJounte
You know what
Murray's
you sound
first
like?
year.
You know what you sound like?
I sound like
When
I'm
Trae Young starts moving off ball is a new version of when Russell Westbrook starts setting screens and cutting. It's never going to happen. He doesn't want to.
I
Give
said
up.
it earlier. I said I'm gonna be 30 still saying this, bro. I don't care.
Okay. I will
So, there's
will
moments.
say I can see the vision for this happening after this year. Like if Trae if because I think that the Hawks look good under Quinn Snyder, and I think that in another season, right, you give him an off season to come back and really learn that system. Him and DeJounte have another year to kind of figure out their chemistry. I can see a world where he does jump up to 4 because his passing is great. He does have the ability to take over games, to be a high level scorer. The inconsistency and from him and the Hawks, like you were talking last year about the Hawks being top 5 in the conference, and I just don't see a world where I just
They made the playoffs. You still owe me my money.
no. Listen, we're not getting into that right now. Okay, let's focus on the task at hand. But I'm saying I still don't know if Trae is elevating this Hawks team to that level where where he has decent pieces around him, and I don't see it. I don't see it right now. But he can come out, and also like he started last year really, really off from 3. Like if
Terrible.
Exactly. If he has like a normal shooting season, I don't hate it. Right? I don't hate it. I don't think you're glazing in that sense, but like right now, I mean, listen. We ain't gotta say it, but you're doing some work. You know what I'm saying?
I warned
You're working at the pyramids, okay? You're working at the pyramids.
Looking at the pyramids is crazy.
I warned you before I even read off my list. I am like that for Trae Young. All right, sorry. It is what it is.
You said I'm
Deal
his.
with it. Deal with it. It is what it is. I will stand by this.
That's
But
hilarious.
yeah, I don't think
Okay.
any of our lists are like too bad. One thing that I would say is I think I left Cade Cunningham off of my list as well. I think he's easily going to be like around top 15ish.
You are sore. Knee pads.
Oh man, it's so bad. That's such a zesty picture, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
You're a grown man. You're a grown man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please act like it.
Tweeting like this.
You are older than him.
Oh my god, bro. No, Trae Young is 25, man. I think it's 25, but he's gonna turn 25 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You passed this time.
He's like, just make the cut.
9 months
man,
difference.
There's the
I'm a
list.
fan.
That's funny.
Isaac,
All right, man.
Wow.
do you have any regrets about your list whatsoever?
No.
Gripes.
It would just be
Maybe
Ja
you-
versus Shea. Maybe I'll regret not putting Shea above Ja, but it's not the worst mistake in the world.
Is this the year that Luka takes over from Steph as best point guard in the league?
It'll never be the year. It's not going to be the year until Steph retires. I'm done predicting Curry falling off.
Ooh.
I'm joking. But like if Curry's fucking 40, then yeah. But like I'm not going to predict the Steph fall off until it happens.
Gotcha.
But a lot of people when people were saying that last year, it was going to be the year Luka takes over. But they didn't make the play-in.
Damn.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing. That Drake clip was hilarious.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. All right, man. That's our top 30 list. Next week, we'll be doing shooting guards and then small forwards and so on to get us through this offseason while nothing happens in August and July. It'll be great.
TD3 freeing the streets.
So, with that being said, it is TikTok time.
Let's go. This is something we can
Really?
all agree about. We can all agree about
Crayon
TikTok.
eaters banging on our doors right now, bro. Holy shit. Outside my condominium.
Love it.
Let's go.
As always, we're going to start with the draft. This time, we're going to do a draft of only players that were selected number 3 in the draft. So, it's a surprisingly deep list of people that went third overall.
This is a
So-
great pick.
I think I had second pick last time, so I got first. Who was
I
third
think I
last
was
time?
2 last. No. I wasn't.
You were 3?
Was I?
Yeah,
3?
Mo at first pick. I think. Yeah, so it's me, Donovan, Mo as a draft order.
No. I want 3. Mo, I'll
Yeah.
trade you. I'll take 3 this week.
Nope. You can't destroy the sanctity of the draft order.
Nope.
We respect it over here.
Nope. Mo, you want 2?
What?
Do you
Man,
want?
we're going by the law. Stop.
Bro,
Law.
this man is lame.
Let's draft NBA lineups with only people who were I said people. Let's draft NBA lineups with only players who were selected third overall. First pick, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Knew that was gonna happen.
How'd you guess that?
I don't know. I know a couple things.
We're here.
All right. I'll go here. Give me Luka Doncic.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we could. This is where it's really like up in the air, man.
I feel like
Luka's
it's
a
a
good
bit of a
pick.
reach. It's a bit of a reach, but it's Lucas, so I guess I gotta respect it.
I don't really hate it like that. All right, so that leaves me with 2 back-to-back picks.
This is nice for you. Don't
I have
fold
a
it.
lot of decisions to make. I know.
Don't fold it.
I know. I have a lot of decisions to make. All right, so go ahead. Give me Jason Tatum,
Okay.
and then to wrap that around, give me James Harden.
Damn, that's a good start.
Yeah,
Okay.
give me James Harden.
Give me my
I got
guy.
Tatum and Harden.
Give me my guy, Carmelo Anthony.
You can have him.
Nice.
He has to be on my team. That's just like
He's
if
just-
Melo's on the board, he's on my team.
You always pick him. I
That's
swear
what
to
I'm
God,
saying.
you never
He's-
miss.
Okay, so I got Jordan at my 2. This one. There's so many players here. Like it's kind of a hard choice just because there's a copious amount of good guys.
Yeah.
First off, give me Joel Embiid, best center available,
Nice.
Okay.
and then this pick. And then give me Jaylen Brown to 3.
Okay.
Interesting.
So what do you have so far?
I have Jordan, Jaylen Brown, and Joel Embiid.
Nice.
Straight buckets.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, listen. I need a center to combat Joel Embiid. Give me Nate Thurman.
Food.
Okay. It's not moving to me, man.
Listen,
Not
Nate
moving to
Thurman.
me, man.
Nate Thurman, and listen to TD3 clips. Whenever you put this in the thing, you have to upgrade Nate Thurman. He has that old man strength.
Hell no.
He has the old man strength. He's gonna be able to bully Joel Embiid all day. Don't even trip. He's
Nobody's
like that.
bullying Joel Embiid.
Al Horford.
Gross.
Al Horford.
Don't make me call
Gross.
Al. I'll get him on the
Yeah.
phone.
Say that for me. Say that for me, please. Say that for me.
I'll get him on the phone.
Oh god, say that for me. All right, so for my pick, so far I got Jason Tatum and James Harden.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put Tatum at my 2. Give me Dominique Wilkins at my 3,
Okay.
Okay.
and then so I got Harden, Tatum, and Dominique Wilkins. For the sake of scarcity, give me the Joel Embiid stopper, Al Horford.
Food.
I wear that with my heart.
Both of you. Absolute food.
Nah, listen. I'm actually more confident about the Al Horford pick than the Nate Thurman pick. Al Horford shut him down. Had him in
I
jail.
respect the honesty.
He had him in jail. All right. What do I have? I have Luka, Melo, Nate Thurman. I have a 1, 3, and 5. Need to fill this out. I'm trying to see which way do I want the 4 to go. This is very interesting.
Dude, just pick it, dude. I want to irritate this draft so bad because I'm scared that Isaac's gonna pick him up.
I need a 2, and I just need somebody who can get buckets.
Pick a 4, man, please.
No, I'm not taking the 4. I'm not taking the 4. Give me Penny Hardaway.
Oh,
From Penny
Straight
Hardaway to
pick.
2?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Give me Darren Williams, my point guard. My lineup needs passing bad. And then I have a 4 left. This, I could go a lot of ways. Give me Pau Gasol, my 4.
Okay.
I hate
Yeah,
you so
look-
much, Donovan.
What?
You're not seeing the heaven gates. You're not seeing the heaven gates for that.
Nah. I would take, listen, post move master. Give me Kevin McHale at my 4.
It's a good pick. Food, but good pick.
For who?
Joel.
Joel can't
Joel-
guard Kevin McHale.
Joel and Powell are running trains on that team.
Who do you think that they are? Like,
I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
Who do you
Okay.
think that they are?
what is this?
I'm kidding.
I'm dead. All right. So I got Harden, Tatum,
Choker.
Dominique Wilkins,
Choker.
and I got Horford.
Choker.
At the
Soft.
5. Damn. Okay. Go ahead. Give me someone who will be one of the greatest defenders of all time, Evan Mobley.
I thought about that. I was going to be him or Pau Gasol. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I would have picked Powell, but give me Evan Mobley. I like
Food. For
Absolute food.
For McHale?
Too small.
For McHale? He can't handle him.
Way too small.
crazy. That boy
He's
put on
a-
some weight this offseason.
He got the same wrist
What you put
thickness
on?
as me.
2 pounds?
It count.
He's skinny.
He ate 1 quarter pounder. Now he's different. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
All right,
So I
the list
got
of teams. Oh, you go ahead. Go.
James Harden, Jason Tatum, Dominique Wilkins, Evan Mobley, and Al Horford. My team is so versatile.
Your front
Big
court is way, your front
length.
court is way too small. But that's a good team.
All right. I got Luca, Penny. I can't say this without laughing. Dang, I sold. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right, I got Luca, Penny, Melo, Kevin McHale, Nate Thurman. Listen,
Team sucks ass.
low key,
Nate Thurman, bro. Damn. dog.
y'all hating on Nate, please, please.
No, that team makes no sense together.
It doesn't
got
make
post
any
up
sense.
4.
But we're straight hoopers.
You got Melo at the elbow, Mikhail calling for the ball, Luka dribbling while nobody's paying attention, and then you have Penny Hardaway spotting up from 3.
God, he's so nasty, bro.
Melo's the spotter from 3.
They both got a spot
Oh,
up
yeah.
for 3.
I've seen that work before. Oh my god.
Okay. I should have put Jordan
Time
at
out,
point
time
guard.
out,
That'd been
time
fun.
out. Mo, don't you say anything about Carmelo Anthony ever again. We just 10 minutes ago, we saw you on the internet busting it down for Trae Young. Don't you ever talk about Carmelo Anthony again. Don't you ever speak on Melo again. Okay?
Look, hey.
Don't you ever do
Hey,
that.
man.
Watch your mouth.
Hey, man.
All right, man. I got Darren Williams, Michael Jordan, Jaylen Brown, Pau Gasol, Joel Embiid.
I mean, it's all right. You know.
That
Good night.
MJ
It's all right.
and Joel duo is nice.
I got 2 MVPs.
My team fits. My team, yeah, you have one fraud MVP though, so he's not
That's true. He went off of race
Yeah,
relations, so like
he's one of the fakest MVPs ever.
he got that civil
Yeah,
rights
man.
MVP. Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the only one with 5 All-Stars. I'll say that.
Al Horford was an All Star. Evan
I
Mobley
have
will
5
be an
All-Stars.
All Star.
as
Never
well.
mind. You have 5 All-Stars as well.
Tatum and also Harden are All Stars too. So I
So,
think I compete
so
really
the
well.
thing is, 5 is bigger than 4.
well,
So your team
use
is the worst, Mo.
You have glasses. You're supposed to be able to see things. So can't you see the future and see that Evan Mobley is going to be an All Star?
I can also see the calendar and know that we're currently not in the future, so that helps.
He ain't got nothing to say.
Get a new prescription. Get a new
All right,
prescription
man.
is what I have to say.
It's time to move on to our second video of the day. A tier list, like usual.
Yep.
This time we're going to do a tier list of different versions of LeBron James.
Hard.
I like this.
Yep.
I like this.
Yeah, people often debate what the best version of LeBron is. Let's figure it out.
Let's do it.
Let's put these versions of LeBron James into a tier list. First off, rookie LeBron.
I feel like it's
The worst
disrespectful
version of
to
LeBron?
say anything
But
of LeBron is less than A, but there's so many other better versions of LeBron that
Yeah.
you just have to put this at B.
yeah.
I mean,
B.
come on. We're comparing him
C
against
is
versions of
C,
LeBron.
dude.
C?
C.
Yeah, I
C.
mean, comparing him to the rest of the versions of LeBron, gotta be C.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Listen, hey, I'm okay with that. I thought I was just trying to be
He
nice.
is like he's
I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah,
my
B-
bad. My bad.
No. You being way too nice, bro. B is like still one of the best players of all time, and he wasn't that as a rookie.
And we're comparing him to himself. So like, low key, this is the worst version of Braun. He might be D.
I mean,
Because I mean,
Okay.
we kind of have
we're
to.
comparing him to other LeBrons.
So is this list just gonna be A B A B A B or A?
That's what I'm
A,
saying.
A,
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's probably gotta be D for rookie.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Yeah.
For the sake of the experiment, we'll do it.
Okay, rookie LeBron D. 06 LeBron, his career high in scoring.
Oh my god! And that year too. God, man. Where
31
spacing
points per
was
game in
Dookie?
06.
Where spacing was Dookie.
Yep. This
A.
wasn't the most complete version of LeBron. He wasn't
B.
quite the passer he grew into, but he was a great scorer already.
Yeah, exactly.
pick
Who
that.
was his? I wonder who his 4 was that year too. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it was probably like Drew Gooden or something like that.
Yeah, look at this Rusty tweet that Nikhil pulled up. He had 2 game winners in that playoff run. 06 LeBron was nasty. Do we go B or C?
We'll go.
I kind
We'll go
of
see.
B easy.
We'll go see.
C.
There's
Okay.
better versions of
There
LeBron.
is. This
Okay.
LeBron didn't have the. This is back when people were saying all he is run and dunk man. When they said he didn't have a post game.
Run and dunk,
Man, was
man.
Giannis?
Yeah, that's how they were talking about him back then. It wasn't true. I'll
No
say
bad.
that. It was stupid. But he didn't have the IQ and bag he had later in his career.
No bag, no skill.
All
I'm dead.
right, next up, 2010 LeBron, his last year on the Cavs.
That's A tier. That's A tier LeBron. Listen, that's it.
That was a great
That's
run.
an MVP season, LeBron. Might have listen that athleticism that he had
Crazy.
in 2009 and 2010 is unseen by nearly anybody else. That is A tier LeBron.
Yep.
One of the
That-
most
that-
athletic players of all time.
This is that version of Braun where you watch his career highlights and you're like, holy fuck, he could jump like that at one point? This is 2009, 2010 LeBron.
Oh my goodness, bro! I think this was the same. There's this one highlight of LeBron from that year too, where I think he was against the Portland Trailblazers
Yep.
or some shit, and his head was literally like it looked like it was fake. It looked like he was edited from Premiere Pro, but his head was somewhere where it wasn't supposed to be.
This sounds
That's
way
a-
more
that's a
nefarious
weird
than it
way
is.
to say
Okay.
Yeah. Where was his head, Mo?
We're just a nasty pod today. That's all we are.
All right, next up we have 2012 LeBron.
S tier.
Oh,
LeBron.
S. Oh my goodness, S easily.
Yeah,
This could
peak
be
of his
just
powers,
arguably, like,
Miami.
the best player we've ever seen.
Yeah, arguably the highest peak in NBA history. Like this, he was peak of his powers athletically still. Put together the post game and stuff after the embarrassing 2011 loss. He was still an elite defender, playing alongside other elite talent and making it work without the ball in his hands all the time.
The
Perfect
three-point
player.
percentage was nice. He was hitting
Oh,
them
yeah.
things.
Yeah, he shot 40% from three randomly. Like this crazy player.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, this
Yeah,
is
that year was easily one of the best players. Probably the best player I've ever seen in my life.
It's the best player anybody's ever seen in their life.
What's
Next up, 2015 LeBron when he first got back to Cleveland.
This is-
be fair.
no. I actually low key. I actually think that this is also an S, an S tier Bron.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't a worse player than 2012. Like
This
gotta be S.
This
Yeah.
version of Bron had, and everybody talks about it, like mentally. Everybody says that like this Bron was even like levels ahead of where he was in 2012, and so like even listen, it's hard to reach like 2012 like athleticism LeBron, but he's probably like 0.5% off where he was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That team to go to the finals. He almost won finals MVP on a losing team because he was averaging
Crazy.
like 35, 40 in the finals. Yeah, that's
We
still
ain't seen that since the segregation days. God damn, bro.
Nah, that's an iconic LeBron.
This is the most underrated year of LeBron's career for sure.
Easily. Yeah, y'all proved me wrong by saying that for sure.
Next up, iconic 2018 LeBron.
This has to be damn near S.
This is
when,
also
like,
an
the
S
bag
tier.
was probably the deepest. This is the deepest his bag has ever been. Game has evolved. The jumper was working. When it comes to degree of difficulty of jumpers, like at an
Yeah.
all-time high, whooping so many teams' ass by himself. 50 points in game 1, 51 points, whatever, in game 1 of the NBA Finals. Oh my god, finger through his
Yeah.
goddamn eye by Draymond Green. This was an iconic year of LeBron James. Bro.
Yeah. There's never been a basketball mind that works better than 2018 LeBron. The way he just had the game figured out, moving the ball on a string, manipulating everybody on the court at all times. It was just
Yeah.
cerebral. It was ridiculous.
Dude, there's just one highlight of LeBron back then where he was going against the Philadelphia 76ers, put it behind his back, went through Joel Embiid and some other players' legs or something like that.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
he caught it, and bro, that was just iconic. Bro, he was just in his bag that year. Deepest
First
bag,
off,
Bron.
That was an accident, but also
Hey,
iconic.
It's still cool.
Also sick. So.
Also, only year in LeBron's career he played all 82 games.
Oh.
Mad underrated.
Yeah. And that's not even getting into the playoff run before the finals. All those game winners he hit. He
LeBronto?
decimated the Bronto. Decimated the
Embarrassed
Pacers.
an entire country off of straight
One of the
fadeaways.
He broke the
Nasty.
Pacers' heart. Decimated the Raptors. Who did he play after that?
Who did? Oh, the Celtics.
right?
Game 7.
Yeah.
Game.
Humbled the
Bro, there's
Celtics.
this iconic photo of one of the Morris twins holding LeBron by his shoulders, just like putting all his weight on his back to try to stop him from getting to the cup, and he still scored.
And he still finished that
God.
bitch. That was crazy. Ah.
He gave fans, he gave every single Eastern Conference fan torment, straight pain that year.
But it didn't matter because Kevin Durant is weak.
Sorry.
Unbelievable. I'm just kidding. Okay. 2020 LeBron.
Is this
What's that?
A?
I think it's got to be A. LeBron was still great in 2020. Like, he
Defense
really
was-
hadn't slowed down.
Defense was that back then. too.
Bro, his defense was crazy in 2020.
Yeah, he was putting the.
Bubble year.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember he locked up Kawhi and Paul George in the same goddamn possession, dude.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Frank Vogel had him bought in. He was trying hard on defense again. He was energized after getting AD next to him after he suffered a year playing with children. He was all in. He tried to win MVP. He finished second. Great year.
Oh my
Yeah, he
God,
got that.
Bro. Shout out to the GOAT, man. Giving us lifetimes of memories.
Next up, current day LeBron, 2023.
Oh man, this is C?
D.
D, come on. He was just hurt in the playoffs
He's
last
not
year.
rookie.
He's
He's
not
not-
D.
He
He's not worse than
can't
Ricky LeBron.
play a full season without getting hurt anymore. He's an old man. He can't stay healthy. Come on.
Fair enough.
Come on.
I'm not putting him down to D though. He's still a 30-point per game scorer when he's healthy. Obviously, as an old man, you got to hope he stays healthy, like you said. But he's still incredible.
He's corny on Instagram now. He goes. He goes for.
Oh
the,
my gosh.
He goes for the
I can just
record.
imagine the edit for this, Isaac. the Bart Simpson way.
Oh, but listen, LeBron, and he showed it the entire playoffs that he can't play a complete game. He's either going to give you the first half or the second half, but he's going to get tired because he's old. It just
No,
happens.
his foot was hurt this year in the playoffs. I'm not gonna hold that against him.
He was
but-
doing it the whole year.
No, he wasn't. He was averaging 30 before he got hurt.
Listen, he went for the record, and then what happened? What
He
happened
hurt his
after
foot.
he got the record?
That's what happened. He fucking
No,
broke
no,
his
no,
foot.
no. Not the games after. The same game. The same game. Couldn't
He had
beat
Russell
the-
Westbrook on his team. He didn't have a will to live.
He couldn't beat the Oklahoma City Thunder at home after he went for the record because he gave all his energy for that one night.
Russell Westbrook was poisoning his life.
That's
he was
all
being drained every night.
did. This man is old. It's D tier. We're comparing him against himself. It's D tier LeBron.
He was paying with Patrick Beverly
D tier LeBron.
and Westbrook. Both
No,
of them.
D tier is crazy, dude. Are you insane?
No, we're going C.
How quickly they forget? How quickly
We're going
they
C.
forget?
Quickly they
Yeah,
forget. We're
C.
going C.
C.
He got swept.
Bro,
By
it's the
Jokic.
He can't win a game.
He made
Oh
the
my
conference
goodness, bro.
finals. What?
He can't win a game.
Oh my,
This is hate. This is
oh my
crazy.
goodness, bro.
No. You guys act like they were getting blown out every game, and it's like, oh, it's the Nuggets. They were in every game, and he couldn't get it done because he was old,
Because he was injured. We've been over this.
and
Bro,
he's injured because he's
his
old,
injured,
and because
his
he's
team was not
injured,
like that.
because
D-Lo
he's injured, he
disappeared.
can't
What
do
do you
certain
expect?
things. Guys, come on now, come
We
on,
said C, not S. Like it's not like it was crazy.
come on now.
So
This
you
is
think he's
F
just
tier
as bad
LeBron.
as rookie. Oh my god!
I slipped.
Bro hated himself out of his chair.
I did. Nah,
He hated too close
nah,
to the sun.
this is detail
I'm
LeBron.
dead.
Nikhil, you can bring up all the stats you want. I don't care. Watch the games. He's not the same. He's not the same. It's detail LeBron.
That's hilarious. Oh no, he only averaged 30 for the year. What a fucking bum.
Stop that.
Oh
Stop that.
god!
Coward. All right, that's the tier list.
You guys are too nice.
That's a great clip.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
What is the context of this photo, please?
I was chosen
No
to
idea
be an
what-
intern.
It says it right there.
That's what I'm saying. I was the chosen intern. I was chosen to be an intern. Sports Illustrated hired me 3
That
years
jersey's
ago,
disgusting, Donovan.
and I was hyped.
And then I
That's one of the
photoshopped it.
fakest jerseys I've seen in my life. Where'd you get that from?
Fake his jersey. That joint
Yes.
is real.
It's real?
Yes.
Show me the receipt.
Let's launch an investigation. All right. Next video we're gonna do.
That's hard.
We're gonna do an NBA spelling
It is
bee.
hard.
Thank you. All right, let's.
I'm gonna quiz you guys.
Listen, Mo, we already know Mo's had some spelling issues before we came onto the pod. I have no faith in him right now.
Let's go ahead and doubt me. I've been doubted my whole life. Let's do it.
First player. Off the top. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Mo, you first.
Okay, cool. Giannis
Okay.
Antetokounmpo.
Wrong.
What?
You're wrong.
Donovan, you want to steal?
I'm going for the steal. All right. Giannis
Okay. T.
ANTETKOUNMPO.
You missed an O.
Ass.
You missed an O in there.
Worse than me.
ANT.
I missed the O.
You missed the O. KOUNMPO.
Worse than me. Give me my point.
Nah,
back.
this hurts. This hurts. I lost my
You're so
third,
close.
Listen, I lost my third grade spelling bee just like this. This one's worse. This
Man.
one's worse.
I never even made it the top 50 of my spelling bee in school.
I misspelled coyote. It haunts me to this day. I'll never forget it.
Next up, Donovan, your word. Pat Connaughton.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
How well do you know white culture?
Okay, let's see. All right. Pat. Pat.
Okay.
Woo!
All right.
Fair start.
CONN. I can't remember if it's an A or a U. We're going to go
Uh-oh.
A.
Okay.
Is there a U? I don't know if there's a U. Okay. CONN A UGHTON.
That's correct.
Wow! Shout out to you. Shout out to you, because I was gonna get that shit.
Come on.
I
Mo,
like that. You clutched up.
Mo, your next word. Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne. Oh, his first name is spelled weird as shit.
It's a curveball.
Yeah, I know. So DWA. Yeah, I knew it.
Can I
Go
steal?
ahead and steal. Go ahead and steal, Donovan.
I was
DWYANEWADE.
Yeah.
Second point for Donovan.
Okay.
I'm here.
I like that.
I'm here.
Easy
I'm an intellectual. All right, you respect me as such. Respect me as such.
You got that one.
Donovan. Your man's spelling so hard he's fucking sweating.
No, it's getting hot in here.
You taking this to heart.
He's fucking focused.
The third
Right.
grade you is fighting for your life right now. I love it.
Bro, I'm trying to, this is therapy. I'm trying to heal my inner child. All right, what's next?
Donovan, your word. Victor Wembanyama.
Hey, man. All right. VICTOR
Okay.
WEMBA
Correct.
NYAMA.
Damn.
Point for Donovan.
I was ready to yank
I'm
that
like
thing from
that.
you.
I'm like that. Okay? Understand that.
I was ready to yank that thing from you.
Like that.
Pause. Okay. Mo.
Whoa.
For the Yankee with bullshit.
Whoa. That's in Mo's bag.
Mo, your word. Yuta Watanabe.
Okay. YUTA
Correct.
W. Okay, Okay, cool. WATA NABI.
Ah, you fumbled at the 1 yard line. NABE.
I couldn't steal.
Oh, my bad.
Damn, you fumbled it.
Come on,
Shit.
man.
I love it. I love it. Isaac's with the feds. He's with me.
That's hilarious. Donovan, your word. Marjan Beauchamp.
Okay.
This is a crazy one.
Oh, he's fucked.
MARJON.
Correct. The J is capital. You should have specified, but I'll let you slide.
Okay, cool. And then Beauchamp is BEAUCHAMP.
Oh, another point for Donovan.
Wow.
Listen, I know how people
Disgusting
spell
for
it
knowing how to
down
spell
here.
his name.
I know how. Listen, it's Texas and Louisiana. I know how they spell it. They be doing the
It's a
little.
massacre.
They be doing the little
You're
little French
disgusting. Wow, I'm
thing.
getting sweats.
This is the chosen
Yes.
intern right here.
Come on now, I'm here.
Mo, your word. Chimezi Metu.
Hey, we can move on to the
Okay.
next one. I don't know this one either. I'm not stealing.
Hit
Okay.
it, Mo.
So CH.
Come on.
E?
This is a podcast. What'd you say?
E. Damn, I should have said I. Fuck.
Donovan, you want to try?
Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can spell this guy's name. All right. CHIMEZE. CHIE.
CHIMEZIE
Okay.
METU.
Got it.
Failure.
Yeah.
Donovan, your word, Justin Champagne.
Who?
I just saw this.
He's on the Spurs.
I just saw how to spell his name.
Oh, that boy, nice.
And his
I know
okay,
what you're talking about. Yeah.
JUSTIN. I just saw his last name. Oh my goodness. Okay. Champagne is CHAMPAGNE. It's not PA G
Yes.
NIE.
I'm kidding. That's right.
Wow. Wow.
Nailed it.
Wow. That was one of the most impressive.
Thank you. Listen,
Damn,
I have a degree. Okay, I have a degree. I'm proud of
Mo's getting stomped
Shit.
out. He is not the chosen intern. Next up,
I'm not
Mo.
the one. Can I
Mo,
get a
your
board?
word is Furkan Korkmaz.
Furkan Korkmaz. Okay. FURKAN
Correct.
and then KORKMAZ.
Mo got one. He's on the board.
I'm a freak for knowing how to spell that one because I look at the stats all the time.
What?
Shout out to
Why?
Basketball Reference. I don't know, bro. Don't ask me. I'd be up at 2 a.m. looking at the weirdest shit on Basketball Reference. Don't ask me, man.
I like how you threw the in basketball reference at the end of that. That was a very necessary part of the sentence. Last word, Donovan. Your word is Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh my god, that's the last word.
Okay.
Yes.
Fire the commissioner. What the fuck?
DIRKNOWITZKI.
Correct. 6th point for Don. This is the biggest stomp out I've ever seen. 6-1. Mo, any closing
That
statements?
wasn't-
You'll never be
Easy
able to
sell.
spell like me. You'll never be able to spell. Read a book. No, I'm playing.
Hey man,
Nah, that was hard.
this is rigged.
That was hard.
You have all the names in front of you.
Whole time he's fucking cheating.
I call an investigation. Stop the count.
Love it. Next video we're gonna do, Donovan. I think you have some signature shoes to show us.
Let's get into this bag, man.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but Devin Booker's signature shoe got leaked yesterday, and we have some thoughts. So we're doing a whole video about rating signature shoes. So this should be good.
Rate these NBA signature shoes from 1 to 10.
Okay.
All right, so the first one we have the Austin Reeves 1.
Austin Reeves has a shoe.
Yep. Overseas.
That's where I'm
LA
at. First
hype.
off,
LA hype is crazy, man.
I
It's
gotta
not
get
that
past.
bad.
I gotta get past. I mentally I have to get past that part first. But once I look at the shoe itself, it's solid. Kind of looks like a Dwayne Wade shoe. I don't hate it.
This looks no.
Minus-
It looks like a bootleg Steph Curry shoe. That's
Yeah,
what it
kinda.
looks like.
I
A
like
little
that. Yeah.
He's biting that style, and that's not the shoe
What's-
you want to bootleg either.
bit. No, it is not. What is that target on the side? It's kind of dope, but I gotta know what it means.
Maybe for AR-15,
It's a target, yeah, for literally AR.
which is
I
kind of
don't
nasty.
I don't think he's done enough in his career to have that on his shoe, and I think having it on his shoe is at least right there is kind of corny. It should have been in the back. That would have been hard.
Oh yeah, the back would have been sick. I'll give this.
Front like
I'll,
that, yeah.
I'll give this a 5. It's a decent shoe.
Honestly, I
very
would say
average.
it's like a.
We're gonna
5
see
for
worse.
sure,
So
man.
this is a solid shoe. What company is this?
Not that bad.
I have
I think
no
it's
idea.
At-
It's
Anta, I believe, or
it's
something like
it's a
that.
Chinese company though.
Ah,
It probably is Anta though. All right, next shoe we got these throwbacks, these Grant Hill Filas from the mid 1990s.
man.
See, back in the day, these were hard, but in 2023, these are disgusting. These are not even. These should not be even Googleable in my mind.
These look like a Mr. Clean dry eraser.
Listen,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. You get
Oh, you're nasty.
listen. If you get like a Fila tech suit situation going on, these would be kind of hard.
If I see you in Fila dripped out from head to toe, I'm gonna have questions.
If I see you with Fila and dripped out head to toe, I'm assuming you switched careers, Donovan, and you have became a dry cleaner. These are the perfect dry cleaning shoes. Super comfy to get around the house, sparkly clean. You got to keep them bitches clean as hell, or else you have fraud with them on.
These are some stompers. If Draymond Green hit DeMontis Sabonis with that move with these on, we would not have a DeMontis Sabonis anymore.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he'd be in prison.
Manslaughter.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah. I'll give him a 5 too. They were good in their day. I'm not gonna hold them too much for
I'm giving
not
these
using
No one
them.
is wearing
I
these
really like
anymore. I think
I'd like-
casually you could try to wear them, but maybe that gives us like a 6.
These would look decent if they were low top.
Oh no. If you make these low top, then you get those white girl shoes that everybody was wearing 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. You're a TikToker dressed like Addison Rae.
All right, next one. Next one, another throwback. Another throwback. The Jordan 13 He Got Games.
Hard.
It's hard.
Classic.
I don't think the 13 model. I don't think the 13 silhouette is good enough to be like a 10. But I'll give it like an 8 or 9. This is definitely an all-time colorway.
These are beautiful, and the fact that you hate on 13s in any way is despicable. These are a 10.
I don't hate on them. They're just not like top tier J's. I mean, they kind of look like a mattress. It's not my fault. I didn't tell you to wear your grandma's couch on your shoes. It's not my fault.
Come on now. We're hating on greatness right
They're
now.
definitely not one of the best retros, but they are easily, of course, like iconic. They're one of the last retros that people actually care about. What do the
this
14s look like? No one knows.
Nah, 14s are better than 13s. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, what?
Ferrari-
Now
Ferraris?
you get your
That's
basketball
crazy.
card revoked. For
That's
you.
Bro, Ferrari 14s? Ferrari 14s are hard.
Stop that. No.
Duct tape his mouth, please.
Y'all are asleep. Y'all are asleep on the Ferraris.
Please.
I'll give this a solid 8.
Please.
This is a
No,
solid 8.
next topic. Next shoe. I'm upset. The LaMelo Ball ones.
Hard.
I like them.
Hard.
It's kind of Kyrie-esque. I like the colors. It fits LaMelo. I'll give it a good 8.
I agree with the 8. These are also very good. I just bought them. They perform well as well, but I got them in the all white colorway. These are fire.
How many
I
points you
co-sign.
dropping them? That's the first question.
What's up?
How many points you dropping those?
12.
That
In
was
the game
an
to
honest
15.
answer.
In the game to 15. In the game to 15.
Woo! Yeah, these are hard. They describe Melo perfectly. The mid tops are fire. Overall, these are hard. 10 out of 10. LaMelo bringing Puma back to life.
We got these Trae Young 2s.
These are ugly. I do not like these. These look long as hell. The mesh doesn't work for me with that thick ass sole. It just looks real like mid 2000s.
kinda looks like
Every
an
time like Roboticky.
I feel like the head toe is trying to like move around, like poke out like a turtle's head. I don't know what it is.
Those soles are just, they just look mad bubbly. It's just weird. I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like it.
You know the guy from Despicable Me that's wearing like the tracksuit?
Yes.
He would wear these.
These are Vector shoes. Yes.
On the
Yes.
court, I feel like these would probably be a 10. Love the colorway. I love the flexibility. I'm capping out my ass. These are a 0. I'm a munch for Trae, but I'm not going that far.
I don't. Okay, don't ask me to explain it, but these give me the same vibe as the movie iRobot.
Understand.
No, I'm gonna need you to explain that one. I don't see it.
I can't. I can't.
All right. Fair enough.
Next.
Next shoe. We got the
Ooh.
Russell Westbrook Why Not 0.1.
These are horrible. This is like a worse version of what are those Jordans that had that strap on the top? The 20s?
The 20s, yeah.
This is a worse version of the Jordan 20s, which are already not good. This is awful. Why is this happening? It's
This
a
is
cow?
god-awful.
Ugh.
No, this is
I
like
don't know what I'm looking at.
this is
Looks
like this is
part
like
movie.
Zion's terrible shoe mixed with Jason Tatum's terrible shoe, mixed with Luka's terrible shoe, mixed with the worst Jordan ever. This is not a solid shoe.
He looks
The
like...
design
Looks like
team
whew.
should be on unemployment right now.
Bro, you make these all black. These are something Batman would wear. Like, this is crazy. Like, what's
Yeah,
that
like,
big
you
ass...
have to be under the sewers to be wearing these, bro. No way you
Bro.
wearing these.
They got a tire on the back. Like, what is this?
You got a spare
Construction
tire in
shoes.
the back. You got
Yeah.
air ventilation in the back for your heel. What is going on here?
They say, give me that Jeep shoe, tire on the back. Yuck. 0. I hate these.
This is gross. Yeah, I
Alright.
don't even know where
0.
to start. This is all just. This is like the worst part of every other shoe you can think of combined into one.
You know what
This
thing
is
is though?
terrible.
This fits Russell Westbrook. This is a swole ass shoe. This is a swole a buff motherfucker wears.
That's true. That's true.
Oh
All
my
right,
God,
next
man.
one.
Brolic ass shoe.
We have the KD 14s.
These are cool.
Hard.
This is cool. This is this colors looking like some hieroglyphs. This is dope.
This is the shoe of a
straps.
man who just tore his Achilles. That is exactly what this is. That pad on the back is so OD. It is so just big, and I can't get behind that. It's like a 6 for me.
I like it. It's definitely like a Tron ass looking shoe, but I like it. The colors work for me. I like the ridges on the back. I'll give it a 7.
Listen, man, I'm a fool for throwback. The strap reminds me of the KD 14s, and I'm with it all. Or the KD 4s, and I'm with it all. It's hard. I give it like a solid 7 for sure. Solid 7, 8. I wouldn't wear these on the court, but for vibes, these are definitely like solid, respectable.
Yeah, the midsole's the worst part, but I like them.
Yeah, this shoe had so much potential though, for sure.
For sure. Okay, we have 2 more. We have 2 more, and I'm about to send them right now. This one, we have the Anthony Edwards 1.
Man, where do I begin? This is awful, by the way. I'll start there. Well, what do you think, Mo? I don't even know how to talk about
This
this.
This man is speechless.
This is awful, but you gotta look at it through a different lens, and when you do, get on some acid. This looks hard.
No, you're right. If I take a step back, close my left eye, close my right eye, look at it through that lens, it's still terrible.
this
Exactly.
Thank
With
you.
these,
This
I
mesh
feel
is
like
too
I could
much.
clean my
I can
dish-
see through the shoe. I can see through.
I could
it.
scrub the grimiest shit off of my pan.
That
It's just uncomfortable.
bro, that whole mesh, it looks like the mesh at the bottom of a urinal. Like that's not good. I don't rock with this. We need justice for Anthony Edwards. He has to have a better shoe.
I feel like I can grate some cheese on it and get a nice even shred.
That's good.
I'll make some bomb nachos with these shoes.
This shoe slick looks like the old dames. I forget which ones they are, but they look like some old dames. But the mesh thing is just not it, bro. It kind of looks hard. The shape of it is hard, but damn, how much breathability does Ant need? His feet be hanging like that?
Facts. No, it looks like a football.
Damn. That's accurate.
Okay, the Devin Booker 1s.
Man, these are Air Force Wands. These are horrible.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
These are terrible.
Thank you.
Nah, I knew Devin Booker has a Mexican in him. This shoe shows it. This is terrible. He's stomping around the schoolyards looking like my cousins.
Bro. There's no way Heelys don't pop out of the shoe, bro. There's no way. You can't tell me that. Every skater on the block are wearing these, bro. He's putting up for the skating community. Long
Facts, he
hair.
did fucking
This is a
ollies.
Paramore. This shoe is for you.
He tried to mix an Air Force One and a Nike Cortez and just said, "Let me play basketball in them," and that's what we got.
Facts. This is for the kids that really love Travis Scott, probably have an Edgar haircut, eat a lot of hot Cheetos. It's for you.
Oh, bro, there's someone who you're literally describing, and they're like, "Hey, feel attacked." Oh, bro.
What do you mean, Way?
You know.
All right, that's all we got. That's
Shoe
all the
ass.
shoes we got.
Awesome. Yeah, those shoes suck. Okay, one more video we got. We're gonna do which NBA player has more Instagram followers.
Ooh,
So I'm
I'm
gonna.
all about my clout.
All right. So which NBA player has more Instagram followers? Jason Tatum or Trae Young?
I'm going Jason Tatum.
Tatum, easy.
I'm going Jason Tatum.
Easy. Kids love
Yeah,
Trae
easy.
Young.
Kids love Trae Young, but like the mass media for real don't love Trae Young like that. It's Tatum. He's on the Celtics. Tatum.
True. That's a good bump.
All the Caucasians failed follow him, man. What? Plus, he's handsome.
Yeah,
Come on now.
he's on
He
the
got
Celtics.
Deuce, too?
He went to Duke. Yeah, I'm going Jason Tatum.
It's Raps. Yeah.
The Duke boost is useful. Trae Young has 5 million. Jason Tatum has 6.4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knew that. All
right, next up, LaMelo Ball or Lonzo Ball?
Oh, it has to be
Lonzo.
It has to be LaMelo.
It has to be Lonzo. Lonzo came out first. He was first on the scene. Has to be Lonzo.
He did, but I think that LaMelo has.
Stick to your answer. You can't switch on my side. Lonzo.
Okay, I'm not switching. You're wrong. It's LaMelo.
Listen, I'm coming from where you whooped my ass during that story.
LaMelo has been more active, especially since Lonzo's knee has ever since he's gotten hurt. LaMelo's been he's been great. House of Highlights has pushed him like crazy.
That is true. But that LeVar Ball propaganda was generational, and that stirred up a lot. Easily Lonzo.
I'm taking LaMelo.
Did the work of Jesus, man. He was crazy.
LaMelo has 10 million. Lonzo has 17.4.
17?
Yeah.
17 million followers.
That's LeVar Ball's work.
That's crazy. Shout out LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
Big Baller Brand
One of
took over the
greatest
country when
marketing
Lonzo came out. He was a phenomenon.
Exactly, bro.
I was watching the reality show, Ball in the Family. Every week,
Facts.
I was tuned in.
Bro,
Facts.
Lonzo was so famous, he had Magic Johnson wondering if he's better than himself.
God, that's so crazy, man.
Magic Johnson was like, listen, I was nice, but this Lonzo kid, he's different.
Side, bro. And he just
That's Magic being
first
Magic.
NBA game ever. He gets a bitch.
Magic would say that
Beverly
about
drops
anybody.
like 2 points. Ugh.
All right, next up, Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry?
Hey, man. Come on.
This
now.
is hard, but it has to be Kobe.
I'm not trying to do this.
Yeah, it has to be
Mm,
Kobe.
I don't know. Kobe? We'll go Kobe.
Curry is Curry, but I think it has to be Kobe.
Nah, this is such a nasty matchup.
Why? They're two of the most
I
famous
feel like
players ever.
once
One of them's
you're
dead. What do you
non-
mean? Why? It's nasty.
Yeah, exactly. Once it's
What does that got to do with anything?
Nah, man.
that has a lot. That's a real. There's some weird like media push. Like whenever an artist passes away or whatever, like they just gain and it, like everything just 10x.
Yeah,
when
like
it
you
comes
act
to
like people are
Hall
gonna
of Fame
unfollow Kobe. Like, what are you talking about?
Has to be
But-
Kobe.
Anyways, it doesn't even matter. Kobe has 21. Curry has 53 million.
You set a dead man up. How do you feel?
Oh my god.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
How would you say that? Good luck,
You say
You acting like I called him.
dead,
You acting like I
dead,
slurred
he has
him up
less
because I
clout.
said Curry's
Like,
more
come on
famous.
Come on now. We should have never did this in the first place.
This man is so offended.
Don't do that.
Oh my god.
These are Instagram followers. It's not that deep.
Oh god.
Man hijacked the TikTok game. About to cry.
Oh god.
He's gonna shed a tear.
No, I'm trying to keep it together. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
We're talking about Instagram followers. He's fucking reminiscing.
You set him up,
Oh my god.
Set him up for losing an Instagram competition. Who gives a shit?
bro. Listen, you try. Steph has had 3 more years to get Instagram followers over Kobe.
You think
Oh
you
my
think
God,
Steph
bro.
gained 35 million followers in 3 years? He would have won no matter what.
He's had a chance. Kobe never had the
I can't believe
opportunity.
this
That's all he wanted. All he wanted was the opportunity to compete. And you are putting him in a situation where he can't do that. And now we're up here sitting here talking about Kobe in this light.
You are the most dramatic person to ever walk the fucking
Kobe was
earth.
never even about clout in the first place. He was just about putting your head down and working.
Shut the fuck up.
And you over here talking
God,
about
bro.
clout. About Instagram clout, bro. It's crazy.
Oh my god, I'm
It
crying.
goes against his being.
Oh my god.
All right, man.
Clout. It's crazy.
This is
He's
nuts.
hilarious.
Anthony Edwards or Alex Caruso?
Ant's better, but like Caruso's white, and so I feel
Alex
like white
Caruso
America.
got that LA clout too. He's white plus he's in LA.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like white America has embraced him. Like he plays
LA
like
and
the
Chicago.
frat bros. The frat boys have to love Caruso.
His
Yo,
jerseys are doing numbers.
His jersey's
Yeah.
going triple platinum in them frat parties, bro.
Nah, Alex Caruso's hood definitely represents him.
Yeah, loud and proud, bro.
I'm gonna go Caruso right now.
Caruso.
Alex Caruso has 1.5 million followers. Anthony Edwards has 1 million.
Yep, Caruso.
Damn, man. Get your clout up, man.
Facts.
Damn.
It's because he's in
Talk on
Minnesota.
a podcast. Shit.
He need to come to New York.
Facts.
Facts.
All right, next one. Luka Doncic or Jordan Poole?
It has to be Luka.
Luka has an international pool.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Golden State fan base? They got Andrew Wiggins at All-Star starter.
That was the K-pop fans right there.
I'm going
It
Luka.
has to
I have
be
to go
Luka.
Luka.
The international pool is crazy. His IG looks phenomenal. He don't even run his IG, bro. He be posting some crispy pics every other day over there. For no reason.
Yeah.
Has to be Luka.
I feel like after the Luka Doncic incident, following went up, skyrocket.
All right, it's Luka Doncic. Thought I got you the trick one. Jordan Poole only has 2 million. Luka's at 8.
Yeah, damn, that's a big ass difference.
Yeah.
Who ain't like that?
Next one. Austin Reeves or Rudy Gobert?
It has to be Rudy. Also he's had a nice run, right? He might get there, but Rudy's been around for some time now. We got to give him the nod.
The
He's
overseas
international
pool is crazier than the LA pool. So I gotta go with Rudy too.
You think France is mobilizing like that? Like they're just flocking to Rudy Gobert's Instagram?
France has the motion, for sure.
Rudy Gobert has 833K. Austin Reeves has 940K.
Yo, Rudy Gobert's a lame. I tried the one time.
I hate
He's
this.
a lame. I
Rudy,
try
let me down, dude.
I
Are you
try to
serious?
give him credit in something, and you wonder why I clown him. This man was in the G League 2 months ago, and you can't do anything. You lame. You lame.
The,
That actually upsets me. What? Get your cloud up,
The-
please.
Donovan cares so much about Instagram conversation.
Please get your cloud up.
bruh,
Do something.
Oh my
you're
god, that's
ruining my
hilarious.
competition, Rudy. Damn.
Oh, that wasn't one hell of a way to end the episode. That's all we got today. If you're still here, comment Rudy Gobert is a lame. I want to see that in the comments.
Please.
Let's get it. And comment Rudy Gobert is a lame and comment Donovan is dramatic. I want to see both flooded.
I tell the
Spam likes,
truth.
y'all.
I tell the truth.
God. Spam the likes. Let's get 2,000 likes in this podcast.
Facts.
Or 3.
See y'all later.